Start the YouTube recording here. Hi YouTube, I remember to hit record today, so I don't have to go back and edit afterwards. Unless this crashes or something, then I would have to go back. Hi Mike, I've never heard of that. Okay, chat, as a reminder of the story, we killed the sponsor. Then we got knocked out by 2 people in suits. And apparently there was another us, or we were running around while we were supposed to be unconscious or something. And then a bunch more people in sponsor suits turned up. That's basically it.
The day the sponsor came back to life, Yugamo, Tsubasa, and I got together for another meeting of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance.
The way I see it, we've got 2 options open to us. Continue playing the game, or kill the sponsor to end it.
What? Again? Is that even possible?
That's something we can discuss if we choose that option. Right now, we've got to decide what direction we're going to take. I say we, but really it's up to you, Takumi.
Oh, you want me to decide?
You are the Alliance leader. That's what Hiroko said, remember?
Come to think of it, she did give me that job, didn't she?
The 2 fake sponsors cured Takumi. I don't think they did cure Takumi. Because it was after they injected us that apparently we spent the day walking around controlled. If anything, they did the opposite of cure us and they awoke it within us. You've been appointed the leader of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance.
She might even have given me the position because she knew she was going to die. Is that why? Did she think I could hold the Alliance together even after she was gone? Are you sure you want someone like me to be your leader? I don't really have any skills or talents.
Nah, dude, it's gotta be you. You've got the courage and resolve we need to get us through this.
I'd like you to be leader too, Takumi. I just know if anything happens, you'll come to my rescue. It's reassuring to have someone like that in charge.
You guys, honestly, I think this might be too much for me, but if these 2 are willing to put their faith in me, I can't let them down. Alright, I'll accept the position as leader. I might not have very much going on for me, but I'll do everything I can to keep you safe.
What's the spirit?
Okay then, oh great and powerful leader, tell us where our alliance is going to go from here. Do we continue to participate in the invader hunt, or do we try to kill off the sponsor?
Continue the hunt or kill the sponsor. Obviously, taking part in this game is out of the question. I won't stand by and watch another of my friends die at the end of every round. Lose any more than this is going to be hard to get through our defensive battles too. But the only way to stop the game is by killing the sponsor. And I'm not sure that's even possible anymore. Now they've come back from the dead, they feel more untouchable than ever. How are we supposed to defeat someone with multiple bodies? Even if we came up with something, how would we know if we got them all? If playing the game and killing the sponsor are both equally impossible, then... Neither. I'm choosing the 3rd option.
The 3rd? Huh. I thought we'd have to pick between the 2. I don't know if I would have picked this decision.
We run. We leave this place and the killing game behind. After all, we know where the escape pod is. If we can find a way to activate it early, we can all go back to the artificial satellite. The sponsor and their bees are powerful, but there's no way they can follow us all the way into space.
Takumi, what are you talking about? We went over this already. The escape pod is out of commission.
Out of commission? You mean we can't use it at all? Since when?
Tsubasa, remember when Taku hit his head that time?
Oh, so you forgot all about that too, huh? In that case, it'll be easy for us to just show you again. Come on, let's go to the hangar. Huh? The controlled slash fake slash future Takumi that talked to them asked this question. Why? I guess if it were... Hey Novus, I guess if it were Gee, they'd want to get to the space station. If it were future Takumi, maybe he'd want to go. I don't know why else. Someone would be asking about that.
Tsubasa led us to the storeroom under the gym. And there I saw.
Whoa, that's a lot of destruction.
Huh? Every inch of the escape pod's surface was riddled with holes. What happened here? Did it get shot up by a machine gun or something?
Whoa, exact same reaction as last time. You really did lose your memory, didn't you? Huh? The exact same reaction as well. Chat, this makes me think it's less of a gay thing. I feel like if it was a gay pretending to be Takumi. Sorry, yeah, Takumi. They wouldn't have the same reaction as us. An imposter might if they were really good imposter, but... It looks so destroyed.
Never mind that. Tell me what's going on here. Who did this?
It's less of a who and more of a what. We can't really blame anyone except the bacteria.
Bacteria? As in microscopic life forms? But the pod's not organic. How could they destroy solid metal?
Let me explain. The corrosion's been caused by something called particle bacteria. It erodes matter on a molecular level, so it's invisible to the naked eye until the damage starts to show. The bacteria eats away and metal grows stronger. Actually, I'm not so sure eat is the right word. Technically, it's more like the energy released during the oxidization process allows its cells to reproduce. Don't be fooled by the bacteria part of the name. It's not really alive, just a chemical substance. That said, we're talking about something that randomly occurs in quantum level space. So there's not a lot we know about it. What? I refuse to believe this is a coincidence. That in this timeline only, a quantum level random occurrence happened. But also, I don't think someone in the school could just grab a vial of this stuff and chuck it at the spaceship. Unless maybe they could. But she said it's... I don't know. Hi Olive, I made brownies on guinea, please. Is it a chocolate brownie? Okay. In this timeline, FB warned us that an evil force from the future is attacking a place. This feels like an evil force from the future. That's my only guess.
Is there any chance of repairing the pod?
Not the way it is now. I'd have to get rid of the particle bacteria first. Maybe the copium is an alien species in this timeline only? I highly doubt that. The other question is, how did it get here? If Takumi did something with it the day he was taken over, I don't think he would have been asked. Tsubasa, what was up with it? Hi, Andre.
How has it been that long?
Time plus space equal Andre. Welcome back, Shoko. How's dinner?
Is that possible? Tsubasa took out a photograph and showed it to me.
Yeah, but I'll need some of this QB liquid. It's the only thing that can purge the bacteria. I had no idea where to find it though.
What about the biolab?
I looked in there already. This is rare stuff. I don't think there's a single vial of it in the whole school. At this point, the only thing we can do is search around in the ruins outside and hope for the best. So QB, does that mean like quantum bacteria?
So we're looking for a rare material while also trying not to fall behind the rankings. I have a feeling that's not going to be easy. We'll have to repair the pod eventually, but activating it and getting out of here early does seem almost impossible.
You get the position we're in now. Using this to escape the game just isn't feasible. We'll need to go with a different strategy. So we're back to the first two choices I offered you. Play the game or kill the sponsor. What's it gonna be?
Those are my only two choices, huh? Taking everything I know into account, though. Sorry, I still think this third choice is the best option. We'll find a way to repair the pod and use it to escape from the game.
Are you sure? We just went through how doing that's so hard it's practically impossible.
We're gonna face steep odds no matter what we do. I'd rather take a chance in the path I believe in. Step 1 is to find the QB liquid, destroy the particle bacteria, and repair the damage. After that, we focus on finding a way to activate the pod early. Once that's done, we get everyone on board and get out of here. Back to the artificial satellite.
Prioritize escaping to safety. That's what you're going with, Takumi. Well, I did say I'd respect our leader's decision. That cool with you, Tsubasa?
Sure, if that's what you want, Takumi, I'm fine with it. I've already made up my mind to stand by you to the very end. After the way I treated you before, I want to make up for that. Be as supportive as I can now.
Tsubasa! My heart gave a little leap. Those two were putting so much faith in me. It made me feel like I could really make it through any ordeal. Tsubasa, are you sure you're okay to work with us? Aren't you technically still on Nozomi's team with the other girls?
It's fine. I decided to officially leave that team. I feel bad for losing a fighter, but you guys are way more important to me.
Way more important. When I heard that, I almost broke down into tears. Even an outcast like me has people who consider him important. So long as I remember that, there's nothing I can't do. I know we'll make it back to the satellite together. Alright guys, let's fix this escape pod. We're all going home and we're going back alive.
Chad, do you think this is really gonna work? I don't know who destroyed the ship. I don't know if the the sponsor is the evil presence from the future. I don't know anything. I have so many ideas and I have none. Hey, Bo. Hey, Thanos. You're kind of screwed. I believe it.
Out beyond the school, we explored the ruins of what had once been stores, ransacking the shelves for anything that looked like what we needed. Of course, we should have known better than to think we'd find something that rare that easily.
20% chance. That's fairly good odds, I would say.
Before we knew it, the sky turned the dark orange of sunset.
Ew, the sun's going down. We should probably call it a day soon.
It's not dark yet. Let's keep going a little longer.
What we're doing, it's not gonna help anyone, Takumi. This search could take a while. We need to conserve our strength. Don't forget, tomorrow's the last day of the first round. You never know what might happen when things get right down to the wire. We need to be ready to deal with any kind of unexpected conflicts.
Oh, right. It is tomorrow, isn't it? Based on our current standings, no one from our team was in any real danger of being executed. But it made sense to be careful all the same. Alright, let's head back for today. In the interest of staying fresh for tomorrow, we returned to the school and went straight to bed. Time passed and eventually,
Ding dong.
the final day of the Invader Hunt first round arrived.
Oh no. It's probably not going to happen, but I would love if they had Danganronpa style executions. They would make me so happy.
Here it is, the end of round 1. Whoever is at the bottom of the rankings at midnight will be executed by the sponsor.
Also, I think the place they can find the QB stuff would be in the place where Hideko got the suit from. She didn't want us to go there. She very much did not want us to go there. And I have no idea why. The executions will continue until morale improves. Until you kill more things. More like.
Last time I checked, Shoma was in last place. I wonder what's going through his mind now that he's facing death. What is he feeling? Maybe I'll go check on him while there's still time.
I don't... Oh, Takumi, good morning.
Morning, Shoma. Sorry to call on you so early.
It's fine. I don't mind. Are you feeling alright? Spending too much time bringing the same as me will probably spoil the rest of your day, you know.
His self-esteem was just as low as ever. But he doesn't seem scared. Shoma, how can you be so calm? Today's the last day of this round of the game. You're at the bottom of the rankings. If you don't earn some points quick then...
I know, but it's okay. I've decided to accept my death as gracefully as I can.
You're just going to accept it. Don't you want to survive?
Of course, well, I did it first anyway. I wanted to make it out of here someday and see Leo again, but I changed my mind. Another person shouldn't have to die just to keep a piece of human trash like me alive a little longer.
That's it. You're okay with being killed in this messed up game we're being forced to play.
No, I hate that it to be this way, but that's all the more reason for you not to throw against the inevitable.
What do you mean?
If I stay where I am in last place, no one else will have to worry about dying. The sponsor wants to see us panic and turn on each other. But that's not gonna happen. I may not be able to defeat the sponsor, but I can at least disappoint them. I'm gonna consider that a win.
I'll end my life with my one and only victory. That's good enough for me.
Huh. Big Kaito vibes. And look, Anime Girl Horse Game or Studies, what will overtake me first? Oh no, Jason. Shomus went F for Weeble.
Looks like you've still got a long ways to go. Shoma! Seeing Shoma's smile in the face of certain death brought tears to my eyes. All this time, we'd been so focused on our survival, and here he was willing to give his life to save the rest of us. That had to take a tremendous amount of inner strength and kindness too.
Actually, since you're here, you think I could ask you for one last favor?
A favor?
Can you take care for looking after Ava for me? Is Bun super locked in? It depends what you mean by super locked in. I'm reading chat. She needs someone to bring her food and clean her cage and talk to her so she won't get lonely. The fact of me leaving her alone here's one thing that still bothers me. I just want her to be happy. She's insane, bro. But sure.
Ever since I refused to give Ava her mask back, we hadn't exactly been on great terms.
I'm surprised Shoma didn't give her her mask back.
But if this was Shoma's last request, I owed it to him to try. I nodded firmly. Sure, you can leave Ava to me. I'll do whatever I can to protect her from harm and misfortune. I promise.
Thank you. That's such a relief. Now I really do have no regrets.
I spent the whole of that day with Shoma. He told me about Ava's favorite foods and regaled me with stories about him and Leo back in the residential complex. We passed the time chatting aimlessly, even after the sun went down. But then, on the stroke of midnight,
Bo 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 bo.
Hunters of the Special Defense Unit, gather in the courtyard immediately. The closing ceremony for the first round is upon us.
we were called to the schoolyard by the announcement.
Oh, no execution scene. Ah.
There we were all forced to watch Shoma's execution.
Soma Kinzaki, alas, his refusal to compete seriously made this end of the first round quite the anticlimax. The final struggle to stay out of last place is usually one of the most exciting parts of the game. I hope we'll have no cowards in the next round. I encourage you to put all your energy into the hunt from now on.
I'm still so suspicious about all the memories and if the cast even exist. Yeah, same. Same. I still think they're not real. They're implanted.
You don't want to end up like him, do you?
In fact, these are probably all just clones with memories implanted in them of the same person. I talked about this last time, but that's the conclusion I've come to.
Shoma was just a shriveled up corpse now. He looked so small, like some kind of grotesque figurine. Damn it! So I can save you, Shoma.
I'm sorry, Shoma.
Middling in flavor, yet ample in nutrients. Thanks to his contribution, we've become stronger still.
They positively flashed.
The more cryptoglobin the sponsor absorbs, the more powerful they get. I can feel it from here.
When does the second round start anyway? I'm guessing we're not gonna dive into it right from tomorrow.
You can relax on that count. I'll grant all of your week's respite for surviving the first round. The second round, we're going to day 43. Use the time to rest, recuperate, and prepare for the next hunt.
Huh. If we get a week between them and they only last a week each, we would only have 5 more deaths. And we've only lost 3 people. That means a lot of people have to die in other ways, or the rules of the game have to change partway through. It's not very long, but at least we get some time off.
Not like we can take it easy though. We gotta use that time to get stronger and survive the next round too.
Hey!
Imakako, it's right now. You guys are in boot camp. Going out to the mountains to train.
Oh, great. I've never been any good at the sporty jock stuff.
A week off. Will we be able to find the QB liquid and get out of here in that time?
I hereby call the first round of the invader hunt to a close. I'll leave the task of getting rid of this filthy corpse to you.
We dug a grave for Shoma in the schoolyard and buried his body.
Thank you, Shoma. You saved us all.
The sponsor squad looked funny somehow. Yeah. Also, hi, Turtle.
I won't forget what you've done for us. I promise.
Words of gratitude came spilling out of my mouth. Thanks to Shoma's sacrifice, the rest of us didn't have to struggle to stay out of last place. The sponsor was wrong. Shoma wasn't a coward. He was the only one of us who had the strength to put others first.
I won't let your sacrifice be in vain.
Like, they're the worst Power Rangers in the world. When you and all your friends decide to be Power Rangers for Halloween, but you all wear Power Ranger black outfits.
Another friend dead thanks to the invader hunt. This can't be allowed to continue. We're finding that liquid and repairing the escape pod. We'll find a way to get it working. Then, we're getting everyone on board and getting out of here. Back home. Back to the artificial satellite.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Day 36. This is the start of our week's break from the invader hunt.
Chat, I feel like we're not gonna get a lot of free time in this round.
Of course, that doesn't mean we're going to be sitting around doing nothing. The NI Sponsor Alliance is going to be giving their all searching for the QB liquid. We need to repair their escape pod. Oh, and there's something else. Ava, I did promise Shoma I'd take care of her. It's been awkward between us ever since I made her cry that one time. But this is what Shoma wanted. I have to honor his last request. I made my way to the courtyard, determined to patch things up with our prisoner.
This is gonna be awkward. This is gonna be awkward. I see. So Shoma's dead.
Ava's face fell when I told her what happened.
He was such a timid boy and a little strange, but I liked him. He was kind, even to a prisoner like me.
Huh?
Leaving you behind was his only regret. He said he wanted you to be happy.
Huh?
He really was a great guy. No matter how bad things looked to him, he was always thinking of others. Except for in the route that we could have gone down. The mystery route, in which case he would have been a murderer, actually. Yeah, no, he killed someone and then tried to kill himself. But aside from that, and now it was my turn to carry on that legacy.
Huh?
Hey, Ava. I'm sorry I broke my promise to return your mask. Do you think you can find your heart to forgive me? Shoma asked me to take care of you in his place after he was gone. I know you probably won't like seeing me every day from now on, but...
No, I don't mind. In fact, I've wanted to apologize to you for a while now. I'm sorry about that last time. I shouldn't have reacted the way I did. The mask is just so important to me. It's easy for me to get carried away.
Ava bowed her head in apology. Unlike our last conversation, she was clearly thinking a lot more calmly and rationally now. Or maybe calm wasn't the word. Maybe it was more like resignation. Her face was eerily still, almost devoid of emotion. I didn't have it in me to act like the situation was any better than it was either. The mood began to stagnate. If you're that concerned about having your face exposed, I can get you a hat or something.
No, that wouldn't work. I decided never to cover my face with anything other than the mask.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't realize it was such a specific belief.
Without that mask, I'm nothing. I can't stay calm. I can't gather my courage.
You're really attached to it, huh? Is it like a source of support for you?
Of course it is. That mask. The only of its kind in all the world. My daughter made it especially for me.
Yeah, your daughter. You have a kid?
Do I look too young to be a mother? Technically, it was my brother's wife who gave birth to her. But after her parents died, I took her in. Even if we're only tangentially related by blood, she is my one and only daughter.
It was a shocking revelation. Ava, a mother?
Yeah, I was even more shocked when we learned about it 50 hours ago. And there we go. No rats that gave us any info about this. Oh, this was what we found out at the end of her bond. She brainwashed Ava, remembers her daughter for a moment, and that's why she has to keep on living. I don't understand why Takumi does not bring the master. He said it was because he didn't want everyone else to see her as an invader because they'd kill her for points. It's a weak reason. That came out of nowhere, but that's why he said it. That's what he said to her.
But there was more to it than that. Something here didn't add up.
Why she's fighting?
Invaders are creatures created by the Earth itself to help bring about world death. That's what we'd been told.
The Earth must have given birth to them to further advance world death and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight. It's not such a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. He 100% forgot and scrambled for an excuse. Yeah.
Had we been wrong this whole time? Did the invaders actually have their own lives outside of world death? It would be easy enough to get the truth. All I had to do was ask Ava, what are you?
Please do it. Please do it. Please do it, Takumi.
I forced myself to hold the question back.
Why? Why? Hi, TK.
What matter right now is finding the QB liquid and fixing the escape pod.
Yeah, you're right. What matters is that you fix the escape pod, not that you spend 2 minutes to find out if the race of beings you are slaughtering are actually, maybe, potentially, a bit more sentient than just mindless zombies created by the planet. Yeah, you're right. Those 2 minutes, way more important to spend that going to the bathroom or something.
If we let the true nature of the invaders distract us, we'd never get any of that done.
I hate this so much. I genuinely hate this. I get that it's life and death, but like, you're curious. You can at least ask. You're holding yourself back because you don't want to get distracted. You're already distracted. Find the answer to your important question.
Oh, Commune. I miss you so much.
Ava muttered that last sentence under her breath, staring up at the sky through the bars of her cage. Kim Yoon. That must be her daughter's name.
But then we just straight up forgot about it, you know, because we didn't want to get distracted.
After that, I met with Yugama and Tsubasa and we set out for the day.
There's route so much going on. QB Liquid, Ava, and Vader Hunt. I was saving this for another route. Well, what route? Well, what route? We've done all of these routes. And not a single one has touched on her background. Not a single one has mentioned her daughter. The only routes we have remaining are the routes that I either don't know what they are because they don't show up, and I'm convinced that we only have 30 endings and there's definitely not 70 more that can come out of our decisions. The only other routes we have that we can actually do are ones where Suri is alive, and in every route where Suri is alive, he's going to brainwash her, and we're not going to get this info. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at myself. Typical Aisha, Mun's already yelling at Chan. No. Hi, Vermin. I'm sorry, chat. I'm a very emotional person. I get frustrated very easily, and I don't mean to take it out on you guys, but think of the upside. You guys are here because you like me yelling at my video game, because I'm so passionate. Wouldn't you hate if I didn't pause the game every 2 minutes to give theories and to yell at the absurdity of the situation? You know, isn't that really what you guys are here for? You're here for me, not my voice acting, not me treating this game like a audio book. You're here for me yelling at the game and giving me crazy theories. Don't yikes me! Don't yikes me, you 3-year subscriber. You're just playing hard to get.
Outside the school, we began our search for the QB liquid with renewed vigor. We'd pinned down a potential location on the map we found in the library beforehand, and soon found ourselves sifting through rubble in an old pharmaceutical facility.
You as well, TK. Oh my god. And me making the TF2 joke. I mean, I feel like you haven't been making it very much anymore. You didn't make it today. When the speakers went off.
We had nothing to show for our hard work that day. The only thing we'd found in the ruins was regular junk. Figuring what we needed wouldn't be easy, there were bound to be days we just walked away disappointed, just like this one.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to talk in that deep voice. Because I'm spending half of my focus just like...
I'm spending half of my focus just trying to get this kind of talking voice. Which is really hard because it's so different than my regular talking voice. The next day we focused on old pharmacies and the construction sites in residential areas.
Oh, we've seen this background only on the Redstone route. There are so many locations. Chat, there's so many backgrounds in this game that we've like only seen once. We've only seen like the woods outside of the school like once or twice. We've only seen the bus stop outside of the school once. There's so many scenes. We've only seen the underground shrine on the Redstone route once. Oh. Questions.
The next day we focused on old pharmacies and construction sites in residential areas. But once again we found nothing but junk and had to return to school empty-handed.
I mean, that looks useful. It is medicine. Bandages. And this place, we've only seen this once when we, in the OG route with the Zomi, I think.
The day after that, we searched the ruins of every house we could find from corner to corner.
That's not a house.
We failed to find what we were looking for before we knew the sun was going down.
Wow, we are zooming through the days.
On day 39, we made it to the ruins of an old dockyard. We searched all day but didn't find anything that looked like it could be QB liquid.
Oh my god. Ding dong, ding dong.
Day 40 already. There's only 3 days of our break left, including today. I wanted to find the QB liquid before the start of the second round, but at this rate, I don't think that's going to happen. We just don't have enough people to cover all this ground. Let's face it, the chance of the three of us stumbling on something that rare were always pretty slim. What am I saying? It's not over yet. I gave my cheeks a light slap to chase those negative thoughts away. We'll all find that liquid. We have to. I tried to reassure myself as I set out for another day searching. Just as I was leaving my room, someone called out to me, but it wasn't Yugama or Tsubasa.
Is it Darumi?
Hey!
No. Morning, Takumi.
Moko, Kyoshika too. What are these two doing right outside my room?
We were thinking of starting a new segment. Kind of the Modrono's Best Morning Edition.
What? What exactly does that mean?
Basically, we want to have breakfast with you.
Hey!
You haven't been to the cafeteria in a while, so it might be nice for us to see together. Maybe catch up on some stuff. You know.
Something was weird. Despite Moko's cheerful demeanor, Yoshika was still just as silent and sullen as ever. When you say catch up on stuff, what kind of stuff are you talking about?
Oh, you know, just anything that pops in our heads. I'm sure we can think of something. Like the state of pro wrestling in the TRC, our favorites for next championships, the latest backstage gossip, or hey, maybe even the physical condition that remembers the special to mention it.
Okay, this is more than a little weird now. Why would I talk about how the others are doing with these two? We're not even on the same team right now.
When Andre told me to do something really cool here, he subscribed to me half an hour ago. And then he hasn't seen anything since. Is that what he means? He doesn't even sub to me. You stream. This was a bad idea, Lady Moko. We shouldn't involve Sir Takumi in this. He is the Grim Reaper after all. Asking him for help will only make things worse. And if anything bad were to befall Lady Nozomi,
Nozomi, wait. What does this have to do with her?
Is she suffering withdrawal symptoms? That's very early.
Is she okay? Did something happen to her?
Well, why would you think that? Gosh, Takumi, that's some imagination you've got.
But Kyoshika literally just said.
Whoops, sorry, Takumi. Looks like our time's up. We gotta get out of here and get to the next segment. Until next time, bye and Ara. What do you mean, haven't seen anything? I've seen like 3 things today. Hi, Andre. Have you though? Have you really though? Like, really?
Moko hoisted Kyoshika up like a sack of potatoes and hurried away. Nozomi. I could go after them and ask them what's wrong, but the way they are now, I don't think they'd tell me anything. Yugamu, Tsubasa, and I set out for another day of searching for QB Liquid. My heart wasn't in it. I was too distracted by the idea that Nozomi might need my help. Needless to say, we didn't find what we were looking for that day either.
On your chat, it's gonna be that place that Hiroko didn't want us to go.
Up and at 'em, troopers! Man, I have not had to do a stereo voice in a while now. Feels like it's been multiple routes.
Wait, chat, have I not had to do a stereo voice in multiple routes now? I didn't have to do his voice in the mystery route. I didn't have to do his voice in the slasher route. I haven't had to do his voice since the comedy route. I don't think. Since he dies on like day 3. That's weird. The route, this pacing is slow and it's really bad. The opposite of mystery, which is quite fast. See, I feel like this has been quite fast. My resubmitted said hi. You didn't say hi back. No, it didn't. Your sub message said, how has it been that long? Hang on, I'm not getting gaslit here. This was your sub message, Andre. This was your resub message. Reread that. How has it been that long? Oh, no, you're saying what messages you did say. I did say hi to you, Andre. I said hi to you when you subbed. So your hi was a response to my hi. And then I responded when you asked if I was logged in. And said, no, I'm not. I'm talking with the chat. I responded to all of your messages except the D20 roll because that wasn't a message to me. That was a D20 roll. But yeah, I don't think that the pace on this route is slow. Remember, we've already killed the we've killed the what's its face. Like we killed what's its face and restarted the route by like day 35. And we've won 2 bad endings. The pace is relatively fast, I would say.
And now it's day 41. Things are beginning to feel pretty hopeless.
I didn't hear the first hi then. Maybe I did. I swear I said hi, but maybe I didn't. Let's agree that both of us were correct and it's Soren who was wrong.
I only had today and tomorrow left until the next round of the invader hunt began. If it comes down to it, can we keep looking for the QB liquid while also earning enough points to stay in the game? Oh great, a visitor. That's all I need.
With slow, I was saying it's only day for 1 where it happens. With stuff, anything doesn't. Oh, sorry. The days are. Okay, the pacing is quite fast, but the progression of days is slow. Hi, Happy Gem. I learned from Reddit that the letters on 2 bastards' outfits spell something I can't unsee. The fact you didn't say what that is makes me think maybe I don't need or want to know. Darumi? It's never Darumi.
It was Moko. Seems like she'd come to continue our conversation from yesterday. Although she didn't have Kyoshika with her this time. Hey Moko, what was all that about yesterday? You were acting really weird. If there's something you want from me, just come right out and say it.
Okay, well, how'd you like to hire me, Tumi?
Hire you for what? Where's this coming from?
You might not think about looking at me, but I've got other talents beside my strength. I can handle any kind of job you want. Manual labor's a given, but I can cook too, and I'd make a great bodyguard when going anywhere dangerous. I'm there for you 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Moko Mojiro. Every home should have one. Pretty awesome value, don't you think?
I have no idea what she's talking about anymore. Why do I have to get started with this bizarre sales pitch first thing in the morning?
It'd be funny if you figured it out yourself. Hey, well, next time she's on screen, I'll look for it. All I'm saying is, I'll work real hard for you, Takumi. I'll do anything you want, so in return for that...
Won't you do something to save my dear friend?
Huh? Your dear friend? Wait, are you talking about Nozomi? So she did want my help with Nozomi yesterday. I knew it.
That's a good initiative for the other members of the Special Defense Unit. And if anything bad would have to fall Lady Nozomi,
What happened to Nozomi, Moko?
That's the thing. I don't really know what's wrong with her. She suddenly collapsed 3 days ago and she's been getting worse and worse ever since. This morning it was hurting her just to breathe. That's right, why she might die.
And Nozomi can't use the Revival-Matic. If she dies, she's gone forever. I don't know what caused this, so I have no idea what to do about it. It doesn't seem like a regular
It doesn't seem like a regular cold, so I've got to wonder if it's some kind of disease she's already had in her. I really need help I can get here. That's why I came to you. You're from the future, so I figured you might know something about Nozomi that I don't.
Now it makes sense. That's what you were trying to ask me yesterday.
Yeah, please, Takumi, save Nozomi. I know I've got some nerve asking you for help after the way we all treated you. But you're her only hope. I'm begging you, save her life and I'll dedicate mine to you. Chat, we have the syringe. We have the syringe full of cryptoglobin that we got after who'd we get it from? Was that someone died? Cryptoglobin? That's not the spelling, so I'm begging you, save her life and look at mine to you.
Tears streaming down her face, Moko got on her knees and bowed her head in supplication. Moko, come on, you don't have to do that. Of course I'll help, all you had to do was ask. If Nozomi's suffering, I can't just stand by and let it happen. I want to do something about it. That's what friends are for.
Oh, thanks, Takumi. Thank you so much.
I gave Moko a tissue to dry her eyes, not to mention her nose once she'd calmed down a little. I got her to tell me more about Nozomi's condition. Based on what you've told me, I might know what the problem is. It sounded a lot like what had happened to Nozomi in my first timeline. Unhealthy pallor, fever, labored breathing. I'd seen her suffer like that before. It could only mean one thing.
Didn't you get it from the sponsor? Yeah. The 3 people in first place got it. If I'm honest, it's just as you said. My condition is due to rejection symptoms.
What are rejection symptoms?
The hemoatom is rejecting me.
I think Nozomi's probably going through rejection symptoms from her cryptoglobin. It's not very compatible with her body, so it flares up and gives her a bad fever sometimes.
Her body's turning against her. Kind of like with steroid abuse. Does that mean this could happen to the rest of us too?
No, this isn't Nozomi only thing. It's because she's not an official member of the Special Defense Unit.
Official? What do you mean by that?
Well, Nozomi's different from us. I told Moko the truth about how Nozomi got here, how she snuck in and joined this war of her own free will. Basically the whole story that I'd heard from Nozomi herself last time.
Kamakura, yes, queen.
Her mother was a researcher working at a Kamakura General Hospital, where she was involved in a project to save humanity. Specifically, that project involved transfusing cryptoglobin into human hosts. Nozomi had offered herself as a research subject to make that project a success. But something went wrong and the cryptoglobin didn't bond with her the way that expected. Nevertheless, they continued with their research. The project was eventually shut down by the higher-ups, and Nozomi's mother was so heartbroken that she took her own life.
I don't remember if I believed that. But that feels so... Anytime someone kills themselves off screen, I'm like, did they really kill themselves?
After that, Nozomi snuck into Kamakura again and again, trying to figure out the truth behind why the project had ended. Eventually, she found it. The people in charge were building a special squad of youth with the power of cryptoglobin. In other words, the Special Defense Unit.
I did. How are you doing?
Her investigations led her deeper into the heart of the hospital. And in a room packed with strange capsule-like machines, she found us.
Also, we never found out why Shoma remembers this. Shoma explicitly remembers parts of being in the hospital, and no one else does.
Realizing that we were the Special Defense Unit she'd heard about, she got inside a pod herself. When we were sent here to the planet's surface, she came as well, ending up at second and last Defense Academy.
Does that make her... You did not just call my waifu Miku.
To put it simply, Nozomi was never meant to be here. Her mom's experiments on her were deemed failures. In spite of that, she's been fighting so hard all this time. I guess it's only natural that it would take its toll on her body sooner or later.
That is Omi. I can't believe she never told me any of this. She really think I care if she's not an official member of the team? She's my friend. I'd love her to death no matter what.
Yeah, I knew none of that would matter to you. That was why I'd felt comfortable sharing this information. If anyone could be trusted with Nozomi's secret, it was Moko.
So, Takumi, how do we stop these symptom thingies? If there's some kind of special herb that'll help, I'll run out and get them right now.
No, there's only one thing that will help Nozomi now, and that's cryptoglobin. It's got cannibalistic qualities.
In the experiments, they were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped.
So by absorbing cryptoglobin, we can mitigate the rejection.
A lot of this is going over your head, but that's basically when you save it, right? Cryptoglobin. Well, that's why you get more by defeating a commander. Okay, that sells it. I'm gonna go find a commander and lay beat down on him. I'll bring him back alive soon as Omi can.
Wait, Moko, we already have some cryptoglobin right here.
Huh? We do?
Yeah, I got some at the end of the battle on day 33, remember? I handed Moko the prize the sponsor had given me for being in the top 3 in the rankings. And check this, and Nozomi, her symptoms will settle down. I'm sure of it. The cryptoglobin in the vial looked the same as it did that night I got it. It still had its power.
Are you sure you're okay with just giving away your prize?
It's a small price to pay if it'll save Nozomi's life. Go on, take it.
Thank you, Takumi. I don't know how I could ever make this up to you.
Don't sweat it. I'm just doing what anyone else would do.
Takumi, you really are a great guy. Okay, I'll take it. Thanks again. I'll go to Nozomi's room and give it to her right now.
Moko bowed her head one last time and rushed off to deliver the life-saving vial. Get better soon, Nozomi. I can't just sit around and worry all day. I still have things I need to do. If we don't find that QB liquid soon... I met up with Yugamo and Tsubasa, and we began our search for the day. We searched and we searched. But just like before, we failed to find any QB liquid. Our respite from the killing game was almost over, and we had nothing to show for it.
Day 42. Uh-oh.
Up and at him! Day 42 already. This was the last day of our week off. Tomorrow the Invader Hunt will begin again. The 3 of us would have to balance our search for the QB liquid with earning points to stay in the game. If that was even possible. Is that Moko? She's probably gonna tell me how Nozomi's doing. I hurried to the door and opened it. Standing there it was.
Good morning, Takumi.
Nozomi, you're alright.
Yup, I feel better than ever thanks to the cryptoglobin you gave me. I wouldn't have pulled through if it wasn't for you. I just had to come here and thank you in person.
And there's no need for that. All I did was pass on something I didn't need myself. But since you're here, I should probably apologize.
But for what?
I told Moko your secret about your past. I'm sorry. I know it wasn't my place to do that, but when I heard you were sick, I couldn't help myself.
Don't worry about it. You decided that was what you need to do to save me, right? Well, I'm back to normal now, so I'd say you made the right choice.
Nozomi.
Moko came and gave me a big hug this morning, and she told me, I don't care where you're from or who you were before this. Official, unofficial, it's all the same to me. Because right here now, you're my friend and I love you. Nothing's gonna change that. I was so happy I burst into tears. Knowing that people accept me for who I am, it's so wonderful.
Nozomi's smile was so pure, so radiant, I felt myself getting a little emotional too. I really can't deny that I...
By the way, Moko is really grateful, too. She's trying to think of the perfect way to pay you back, as she put it. Even Kyoshika wanted to thank you. Here, take this.
Nozomi handed me an old-fashioned envelope with letter of thanks written on it. Kyoshika wrote this for me? I thought for sure she still hated me. My hands were trembling as I gently opened the envelope and read what was inside. Sir Takumi, I offer you my most sincere thanks for saving Lady Nozomi's life. Truly, I owe you a debt of gratitude I may never be able to repay. I wish I could be there to tell you this in person, but I feel too ashamed of my past treatment of you to do so. Though I cannot undo the events of the past, I offer myself at your complete disposal, that we may create a better future together.
Mod Shuen. Were you rolling for me to mod him or for you to mod him?
I remain, sir, your humble servant, Kyoshika Nagadori.
She told me she was willing to do anything to earn your forgiveness. I give that a wait until I turn on him again. I like to believe in them. Exact words were, I'll dedicate myself to Sir Takumi's service.
Service, seriously? It's not like I'm some kind of feudal warlord.
She is serious, I know, because I feel the same way.
Huh? Wait, does she mean what I think she means?
Say, Takumi.
Would it be alright if the three of us joined your team?
Obviously, I would have welcomed Nozomi with open arms, but this wasn't a decision I could make on my own. I tracked down Yugamo and Tsubasa, and once we discussed the matter...
Nozomi, Moko, Kyoshika, welcome to the team. We are so stoked to have you girls on our side. But I just want you to know, Takumi is mine, and I will not hesitate to off any of you who try to get near him. I'm looking at you, Nozomi.
Okay, happy I now see what is on her shirt. I can see the word. They've already pointed out to you. Now Takamaru's team is the one isolated? I mean, they literally went to the mountains to train. I don't... Okay. Hang on. I can do this. Hi, Zabeth. So here's what I can say. So, the first letter is a P. The second letter is an O. The last one is clearly an N. This one takes a bit more... the weirdness to see it. But if there's an R... I'm glad to be on the same team as you again. Too sorry. I left the last one so suddenly.
The others approved the new addition to our team without a second thought.
If you don't mind me asking, what brought on the sudden change of heart?
Get mine out of the gutter. I literally... Chat did this. Chat pointed it out. So when you get your mind out of the gutter... Tsubasa's both wear shit like that.
Was it just out of gratitude to Takumi or for saving Nozomi? Or is there something more to it than that?
We realized it was gonna be hard for the three of us to survive from here. especially with my condition. And we figured out if we were gonna have to sell our services to anyone, we wanted to be Takumi. Sir Takumi, you are magnanimous, accepting a lowly wretch like me.
Okay, that makes sense. We could definitely use some extra numbers too, so it sounds like a good deal for all of us. Just remember, Takumi's the leader. He's the one calling the shots.
It does look more like a queue. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be that. I would not have seen it unless Chad told me to look for something like that. Also, if you can't read that, then just try reading the text box above my head. Chat, can anyone actually read the text box above my head? Especially for people in YouTube chat. Because it's Twitch chat above my head. In YouTube, you obviously, that's not there. Like, you can't see Twitch chat. So like, the words up there, I must be, I can barely read them. And I've got the clearest, compressed version of the stream.
And we need you to follow his order so this team will fall apart when things start to get tough.
Does he get rid of Chen entirely? Why? Why would he get rid of chat? Yeah, it makes it a bit harder. Honestly, it's a bit of a holdover from this one. It used to be bigger when I used this overlay more. I do think this overlay is I think this is the better looking overlay. But a while back, I think it was during the metaphor streams. Someone was like, "Can you please make the game bigger?" I was like, "Well, guess the only way to do that is to make a new overlay." So this is like the new one. Technically, I could also do this. But I'm not a huge fan of this because then I'm covering the text box anyway. The stream first doing transition I generally feel OBS crashed. Yeah, this one covers text and I don't like that so much. So this is the then logical solution, but it feels weird doing this. You guys agree, right? It feels weird to do this. Hey guys, it's me, Bananini. I love your multiple years worth of scenes while Bunny, your room looks so clean. Oh, no, sorry. This is my living room. This is actually my bedroom. It's not nearly as clean as you'd think. I've left a couple of stray buns everywhere. It's very messy. Yeah, this is my room. That is fantastic. Yeah, I wish I still had The Office. I deleted The Office overlay. I used to have The Office as well. Don't think I've seen Crown Bun before. Oh, that's it. I actually have two Crown emotes. I have Lil Bun 1 money. And Lil Bun 1 bit. Oh, if you want to see more overlays, by the way, I have the paper overlays as well, but that's a bit blinding for chat, so I don't tend to use those. Flashbang? Yeah, that's why I don't use Steam.
We need you to follow his orders or the Steam will fall apart when things start to get tough. You think you can do that?
Absolutely. Book our matches however you want, Yumi.
Glad we understand each other. Now that's settled once again. Welcome to the team.
Oh.
Takumi, how about you tell our new members what we're all about?
Oh, and I forgot to mention. The Lil Bum One Money is the tier 3 emote, and Lil Bum One Bits is the bit badge, one of the bit badge emotes. So money and bits are just there to flex your wealth. Because I needed to put an emote there anyway. I may as well make it one that shows that you spend a lot of money.
Okay. It was finally time to tell the girls the truth about our team. The name told them a lot already. We were the NI Sponsor Alliance. However, we'd actually given up on fighting the sponsor directly. Our current plan was to appear and activate the escape pod, leaving the killing game behind.
All the different bun styles are cool also. I like them all. Oh man, I wish I could show you the rest of them. This probably isn't the best place for it. But I can find it. I also have the old D&D overlays from when I streamed Dungeons and Dragons. I actually got 2 of those. Everyone's characters and stuff. I have the old Hollow Knight overlay from when we were Hollow Knight streamers. As you do, you know. I have the pixelated overlay with the background. Oh, I can actually show you this now. This is one I haven't used for a while. This is my retro game overlay. It's I have a 4x3 or a 3x2 version, depending on what the resolution the old retro game is. Isn't that a cool one? I use that for Xenogears and then Xenosaga. I think that's everything I have. Everything that isn't the Christmas version of overlays. Where it's literally a Christmas-fied. And oh, and here's my original overlay. This is what I used to use way back. Way back in the day. Can I just be Christmas my bunny? Yeah, then you can give me that Nintendo Switch you promised me. Switch 2, I mean.
Our current plan was to appear and activate the escape pod, leaving the killing game behind. To put it simply, our goal isn't victory, it's escape. It may sound irresponsible running away from our problems like this, but the alternative is complete annihilation. Once we're back on the artificial satellite, we can get ourselves together and figure out a new course of action.
If you fly New Zealand back, I'll give you a Switch 2. Another similarly priced product of your choosing. Sure. You go to Australia and I'll buy you the ticket from Australia, New Zealand. Meet in the middle. Sounds like a plan to me. I'm in. Nothing wrong with slipping through the ropes and leaving the arena before they can take the belt from you. Right, we need to prioritize our lives. So long as we survive, humanity still has a chance.
Thanks, guys. What about you, Kyoshika? Are you okay with doing things this way? I know it must be frustrating to give up on avenging Karara.
Nay, if this is what you've decided, I have no objections. You're my lord and master now, Sutakumi. I will follow you even to hell and back.
Master?
I've made my choice to devote my life to you. Come what may, I am your servant, your faithful hound. Your word is law. A true samurai follows your lord's orders without question. If you order me to die, I'll gladly plunge a knife into my heart.
You really don't have to go that far, even though you literally do that every time we bring out our class armor.
If you ordered me to strip, I'll gladly bear it all here and now.
Please keep your clothes on.
Do not be shy, Sutakumi. I must atone for the past somehow. The things I said, the way I treated you, they were an insult to your honor. I need to take responsibility, and I'm prepared to suffer any humiliation to do it.
I'm telling you, that's all in the past now. We're friends again, so let's just forget about it, okay?
Hi, Ethel. Are you sure? This is a rare chance for you to see a nubile young lady's body, no strings attached.
What's the matter? Don't you want to see me naked? Huh? Huh?
You won't even know my answer. Goodbye, chat. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Oh. Yeah, that's the line they voice. Swan, clip that for me. Swan, I need you to clip that. See right now. Who was it yesterday? Someone yesterday asked to clip something for me. They clipped me asking for them to clip something instead of clipping what I actually needed clipped. And when I saw that, I wore. Oh, that was. I can't believe they did that.
Why are you getting so forceful about this? Well, it's not like I wouldn't like that.
Takumi. I don't believe you, Takumi. I'm so disappointed in you. Okay. You three cannot blame Takumi for that. Like, she would have been upset if he had said no. And it's not like he was being disrespectful about it.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. I was just... In a few short seconds, Kyoshika had done more to damage my reputation with the girls than all my past mistakes put together. Had the sponsors sent her here to sabotage me? Oh, okay, enough kidding around. Let's get back on topic. In terms of our immediate plans, we should start tomorrow by...
Hold on, Takumi. I think we can save all that for later. Our alliance has just entered a glorious new era. Be a waste not to celebrate. Why don't we throw a party?
A party now?
Fostering good morale and camaraderie is part of a leader's duties too, you know. And I just so happen to have brought along a bunch of snacks for everyone.
Okay, I can tell what the chips are. I can tell what the cookies are, the donuts, the open bag of chips, the... I don't know what the big long tall thing is. Is that like wafers or something? But what is that pile of like biscuits sticking out of a white pile? Whoa! I was told you were cool. I was told you were cool. Oh, hi, chat. Welcome, Car. How are you? It's nice meeting you. I'm surprised Swan raided here. Swan was just clipping, Swan was just clipping, a high school girl trying to take her clothes off. It was a very weird clip. The show government in my chat told me to raid you. Wow. Thank you. What were you playing today? I'm the show government. Damn, I thought it was Andre this whole time. He's just a regular government. I've got drinks too. Who wants that? Bring the each of it. Oh, SMT5. I've always wanted to play SMT5. It's been on my list for ages. I'm a huge fan of the Persona games, and I played Metaphor. Hasn't allowed you to play yet. It is really, really, really good if you like very long visual novel type story games. Without spoiling too much, there's 100 endings. I have 135 hours in the game and I have 30 endings. And the story is still really engaging. Cause the reason I played anything in the Persona Danganronpa series? Oh, that's so cool! Hang on, now I gotta follow Car. Car likes all the things I like, so... follow. Oh, this game's also really fun to voice act. If you like Danganronpa, this game has massive Danganronpa vibes. This really does feel like Danganronpa if there was less of a focus on killing games and more of a focus on like the mystery aspects. Part of the reason why I haven't played it yet is because the whole 100 ending thing low-key scares me. If I start playing with you from the rest of the year, yeah. I don't blame you for that. I'm gonna continue now. I would say spoilers, but like there's 100 endings, so like even if you watched me do like the next 20 hours of the game, you wouldn't even know like what led to this route I'm on. So it's like, yeah.
What? When did you guys...
Sounds good to me. I'll take a protein shake energy drink cocktail.
Huh.
Is there any Amazake? I should really allow Sudokumi to slather me in his sticky white fluid to prove my loyalty. Praising Kyoshika. Do you even think about what you're saying? I'll just have an orange juice. What would you like, Kumi?
Oh, I'll have what you're having, Nozomi.
Goodbye, Andre. Don't worry about it. Goodbye.
Eventually, everybody had a drink, and we decided to make a toast.
Well then, I now call on our team leader for a profound yet tasteful and totally original speech to get things started.
Great, no pressure, huh?
Regrettably difficult sleep. But we continue enjoying the game? Yeah, I will do. Nice meeting you. Have a wonderful rest. Does this girl even have a sword woman? Does this girl even have a sword woman even have a brain cell? Yeah, she has one. And it's filled with anime knowledge.
Suddenly, everyone's eyes were on me. What was I supposed to say?
We are gathered here today to bear witness to the union of a new team.
Don't be so stiff. You sound like you're officiating at a wedding. Loosen up, Takumi. Speak from the heart. Smile like a president at a press conference and do a double peace sign.
With everybody encouraging me, I felt the tension in my shoulders start to ease up a little. I've never been good at stuff like this, but here goes. Peace and love. Everyone, thank you for joining the team and agreeing to follow our plan. Even if we have to sacrifice our honor and dignity for it, the Anti-Sponsor Alliance will survive. Together, I know we can make this happen. We can get back to the satellite without anyone else dying. Let's drink a toast to that goal. Here's to our survival.
Chat, that is one voice line I cannot do. I can do many voices, but without having an insane setup, I cannot do 6 voices at once.
And so for the first time in a long while, we let loose and enjoyed hanging out for a while. Things started off fairly quietly, like we were all getting to know each other again. But it didn't take long to descend into chaos.
So basically, they lured away a lot of big stars with fat paychecks and creative freedom clauses built into their contracts. But that meant they weren't fostering new talent, and when they actually got bought out by their competition... Hey, you
Is over there on Listen to I Send a Rose or something? I don't think there are.
That's not Takumi. It's the wall.
Stop it, holy Jumanji sword. You can't go flashing your blade like that in front of everyone. Don't look at me like that. I've pledged myself to Sir Takumi. I
Kyoshika!
must remain faithful to him.
I'm more interested in the Kyoshika Holy Jumanji romance than any other romance on screen right now.
No! Don't stop! Oh my!
Why are you acting like a bunch of drunks? None of these drinks even have alcohol in them.
You can thank me for that. I added a little of this powder to our refreshments to make everyone extra happy.
This goes
What?
way beyond happy.
The party was the spur of the moment thing and it got pretty crazy toward the end, but it was still a lot of fun. All I'd ever wanted was for everyone to be comfortable around each other, to be happy. I was going to burn this scene into my memory to remind myself of what I was fighting for, what I was fighting to protect. I wouldn't let anything tear us apart again. Until...
It's kind of weird that this rat has would you like to save moments. The other rats don't really have that. She's on her sword? No, she pledged herself to us. So if you think she's cheating on us. Doesn't she unsheath the dang sword in front of people all the time? Yes. Yes, Mongoose, she does. Now that you mention it. Kushika, stay away, he's Yugamu's. I'm very glad for Yaoi. I hate Yugamu. Yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of the Takumi Yugamu Yaoi. Kushika's the protagonist of Cherem anime. Pro ZD joke. I don't get that joke. I refuse to believe she wasn't already in a relationship with her sword. I think they're just roommates. I think they're just roommates. Just like the, Actually, chat, let me find this real quick for you. I feel like some of you may not have seen this.
Only imagine how she felt, having just killed someone who'd been like a sister to her. They were roommates. They'd planned to buy a small house together and share a room. That's how close of the roommates they were. They even went on vacations, just the two of them, and they wore matching jewelry. They'd even purchased a grave spot together so that in death they could be two best friends chilling in a coffin. Truly, they were the best roommates. I could only imagine.
This series has a lot of roommates. A lot of roommates.
This is it. Our break from the killing game is over. Today was the first day of the Invader Hunt's second round. In a lot of ways, it was going to be similar to the first round, but at the opening ceremony, we learned that one rule would be different.
Want a Cherrim anime game? I don't know what Cherrim means, but I've seen Date Everything. It doesn't feel like my kind of game, but it's certainly a very, very funny idea. I'm guessing multiple people are gonna die from now on.
The second round will be extended to last 15 days instead of 10. Are there any objections?
I doubt you care if there were. Can you at least tell us why you're changing the schedule?
I don't want the executions to become too frequent, and several of you have died already. Kurara Osazuki, Hiroko Shizuhara, Shoma Genzaki. I didn't think we'd lose 3 hunters in just the first round.
You killed 2 of them yourself, asshole!
My point is, if executions continue at this point, you'll be wiped out too soon.
No, by my count, we would not be. Not even close to be. We have like 55 days left. At this rate, you'll only got to kill 4 more. And that's assuming we don't have a week break. Kirishige is the target audience for Date Everything. She is loyal to the Holy Jumanji sword. Quite crazy. Can we do nothing wrong by trying to insult Kirishige when turning her Nikki off and down? See, they weren't mad that he turned her down. They were mad that he said that he was interested. I don't know.
That is not my aim here. The Invader Hunt must continue for as long as possible.
That's weird. For as long as possible. It always feels like they just want the invaders to die, more so than they want us to die.
Why did they change the time frame like this? And so suddenly? Is easing up the pace of the game really all there is to it?
And no use trying to figure out what that sponsor's thinking at this point. Now that's been decided, we just have to go with it. And don't worry, you and me are the toughest buddy duo at the academy. We'll make it through the end of this round easy.
We're buddies now, huh?
It's trying to say I'm sure it's nice, but no thanks, he didn't want to feel ugly. I don't think that. I think he was trying to say like more, I'm a teenage boy, of course I'm interested. I just think you're being inappropriate.
Much like in the first round, Yugamo and I were working as a pair. The rest of the Alliance were exploring a different area. I would have preferred all to stay together, but...
Personally, I think we should split into 2 groups.
Yugamo proposed this idea to everyone the night before.
As you know, we need to find the QB liquid stuff while also earning enough points to stay in the game. It's inefficient to us all search in the same place. Now that we've got more members, we should spread out a little. How about we go in these teams tomorrow?
Split 2 and 4?
They're basically the same as the first round, but we can always switch people around if we need to. We'll meet up here at the end of every day and report on our progress. That sound good to you, O fearless leader?
I got swept off the mood last night, but are you sure about these team formations?
What's the problem? Did you want me to put you with Nozomi instead?
Come on, I'm serious. Can the 2 of us really survive on our own?
Uh-oh. He's being a toxic boyfriend. He's like, what, you want me to put you with your ex? Instead of me, huh? He's being jealous.
It's been 10 days since I last fought any invaders. What if I've gotten rusty and slowed you down?
Wait, you didn't have to kill any while you spent 7 days searching in the city? You didn't run into a single invader? Yugami just wants to be alone with his BF.
I wanted you to stay away from those women. Rusty, you, not possible, trust me.
How can you be so sure?
I told you before, didn't I? You've got talent, you're a natural born killer. Now let's get moving. We don't want Takamaru and the others to steal our kills while we're out here shooting the breeze.
Yugamu began walking further into the ruined town. I followed.
Okay, how about we look for invaders here? We can spend the morning earning points to secure our position. Sound good?
Yeah, once we're sure we're not at the bottom of the rankings, we can focus on finding the QB liquid.
Then let's get our hunt on. You remember the secret I taught you?
Of course, just detach myself and treat it like dull, mundane work. We wandered around in search of invaders.
Jackpot, there's a whole swarm of them over here, Takumi. Just let's sneak around and hit them with a pincer attack.
We found some invaders and we killed them. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work.
You might even be as good an assassin as me now, Takumi. Your growth is so impressive, it's almost frightening.
Yugamu was right. I was more efficient at killing than I had been in the first round. I could feel it. I didn't get so worked up about it anymore. I'd barely broken a sweat. Was that really a good thing? This is weird, don't you think? I haven't been out on the hunt in 10 whole days. So why am I still so good at this?
I keep telling you it's natural talent. Your potential defies normal logic.
I think they're showing those 3 mobs so they can replace them with our friends in one of the endings. You know, I hadn't really thought about that. I'm gonna say no. Specifically to the 3D models bit. Because we have both 3D and 2D models of our friends. But we only have... we have 3D and 2D models of the enemy as well. I think the turning to black thing, maybe, but specifically 3D models, nah.
It makes no difference if you slack off. In the end, talent will out. Talent will out. It will bloom like a beautiful deadly flower.
I have an aptitude for killing. That idea still bothered me, but I didn't have time to fully unpack my feelings on the matter.
If we have gay data in us, that makes sense.
Kill invaders, earn points, find QB liquid. Those are my priorities right now. We continued hunting invaders for the rest of the morning. In the afternoon, we resumed our search. In different ruined medical facilities. We sifted through the rubble until the sun started to go down. But in the end, we didn't find any QB liquid. We decided to head back before it got dark. We headed straight to the leisure lounge once we got back to the academy.
Why here? Oh, the rankings.
Curious about the rankings for the day, we checked the board.
Huh, Darumi is still at the top. I guess Darumi's going out solo killing.
They haven't changed all that much since the last time we looked.
The points from round 1 probably carried over into this one. That's good news for us, but anyone who was already near the bottom is gonna have an even harder time catching up now.
15 days from now, someone else will die. From the look of things, it could be Ima or Kako. Who knows who it might be? We were all going to die eventually. That was the only thing we could be sure of as long as the invader hunt continued. We need to escape. We had to get away from this game and all the senseless killing.
Darumi uses a bunch of knives. I hate the QB liquid thing. Oh, the pot is covered in BS no one's ever heard of, but it's a handy dandy cleaning solution. Yeah. Thrown away. She summons a lot of knives and launches them at people. They just appear behind her and rain down. You've skipped so many battles, I don't know. We've done so many battles. Oh my god.
The nighttime announcement played like normal. That was a signal for our next anti-sponsor alliance meeting. Everyone got together in my room like we'd agreed. Is everybody here? Okay, let's get started. I'd like each group to report on how their search went today. Although Yuga, Moo, and I don't really have anything to report. We investigated an old factory, but there's nothing there but junk and rubble.
Cheer up, Takumi. Hungry came up handy-handed too. Why would they cheer me up? We accomplished nothing. Are you quoting something again, Kyoshika?
Okay, well, even if we didn't find anything today, at least we're all in one piece. That's important too. Remember, even weak invaders can be a problem if they gang up on you, so I want you all to be careful.
My thought-maker have been being very useful among down small frying. The point, show a deck mode, they don't save him to hardly any downtime. Yeah? I don't think her weapon is the most useful. I definitely think Tsubasa has the most useful weapon. With a car. And Takamaru should also theoretically be higher with his motorbike. So they can move around real quickly. But compared to something like Kyoshika with a sword. Yeah, her throwing knives would be pretty good.
And if you run into a commander, don't even try to take them on. Just get out there as fast as you can.
Fighting an opponent that's strong outside school grounds is only asking for trouble. For real, even Hiroko couldn't defeat one of them on her own.
Say, Takumi, how many enemy commanders are still around anyway?
So far as I know, just 4. We haven't fought the leaders of the squads 4, 7, 10, or 11 yet. Out of all of them, Squad 11 commanders, one of the most dangerous. She's able to use auditory attacks to induce hallucinations and trap us in the dream world.
They should also be the one that wasn't in the original route, Ambitiousness. Reminds me of that random BSGO meme image. The Moon Knight one. A master of illusion. A master of illusion, changing our dreams into nightmares. At least we aren't stuck on a train with her. Chat, what is this a reference to? How did you deal with that teammate last time, Takumi?
Gaku played some weird folk song over the school speakers to cancel out the commander's sound waves.
So if the sounds can't reach you, there's no hallucinations. Noise cancelling headphones should have the same effect then.
We could probably make someone to get dramatic. We keep them on we're outside if we run into that commander.
Good idea. We'll start collecting the materials we need from tomorrow.
Yeah, Lyman, levels doing the same will make us feel like a real team, you know? Indeed, it's like having class rings or matching t-shirts. Why don't we make them different colors? Like we're a team of Hispanics ring heroes. Dibs on gold. Any champion worth her salt's gonna go for gold. Then I will take silver, as befits a cool-headed swordswoman like myself.
Nah, I think pink suits you better, Kyoshika. Just like the cotton candy clouds inside your head.
Are you calling me stupid again or naive? Both are untrue.
We stayed up late until the night discussing the designs for the headphones.
I'm surprised none of you could get the reference. Usually, at least one person knows every reference. That's interesting. We don't normally have this animation.
Our first order of business is collecting the materials for the headphones.
Yeah, we'll need speakers and earplugs.
I think we can find those in the residential area. Let's take a look.
Quick, Kyoshika, what's 6 plus 3?
I don't have that many fingers. I mean, wait, do I? I've got it. The answer is 63, Sir Turtle. I have solved your math equation. There is nothing the great swordswoman Kyoshika cannot accomplish, given enough time and effort. D20 Koshiga's intelligence, 21. Damn. I actually want to do this. Oh. Oops. We have nothing.
Yes.
Just because it's been so long since I've done one of these. It feels like it's been forever since we've gone exploring. Whoa. I don't even care what we need. I'm just happy to be playing the board game.
I found a little something.
21 is perfect. What's 9 plus 10? Yeah, that was pretty good for her.
And I also thought it made perfect sense to ask in this voice. Because would he not be asking her? I think it's rather likely he would be.
Hi, Blog. I enjoy the little derpy exploration to me, Chibi. Yeah, I don't know why they made his face. You know, his face looks like a Tammy from Undertale.
I found a little something.
You know, chat, I didn't end up playing,
We did it.
I didn't end up doing the new chapters of Deltarune. I'm gonna save those until the other chapters come out. Reference a Lady Demon Slayer. Okay, actually, I've got to follow, so I'll click the timeline going to speed lol. Oh, thank you, Car. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the Bunny Brigade. Glad to be here. And I thought you were already in bed. Please go to sleep.
I found a little something.
What's the Samuel L. Jackson one? Possibly Sailor Moon. Axial peer pressure. Yo, Sword, can you like accidentally peer pressure another couple hundred people
My turn.
to follow? Thanks. Go the fuck to sleep.
Ready
Yeah,
when
that
you
one.
are. This should do it. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Ha! Got it. Let's go. That's it.
That's
I've
it.
got this.
I should go to sleep too. Hmm?
Here. Oh, ready when you are.
Truthfully, chat, I want all of you to screw up your sleep schedules and not go to bed.
That's it.
Don't leave me.
All right.
I won't give in. Stinks, doesn't it?
But if you have to, you really should.
Nice. We might earn some more points. Maybe our luck's starting to change.
Maybe, but we're here to find materials, not hunt invaders.
Yes.
Oh, that I like how there's a little voice line for hunting something. Swan, thank you for botting. I'm gonna report you to Twitch now.
I found a little something.
I'll go soon, probably. My sleep shield's been green bun for like 5 years. That was a reflow, by the way. Oh! You unfollowed me? How could you do that?
And now we have all the materials we need to make headphones for the Alliance members.
In that case, let's use the rest of the day to earn some points.
Oh, that's a bit of free material. Twitch will retrieve the notif after roughly 1 week. Don't tell chat that. I hate when they spam it. I mean, I don't know if you need to sleep time tomorrow, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't have to be up any specific time. Except I have a job I have to go to. They'll probably get mad if I'm not up.
Alright, let's get to work. Once the search for materials was over, it was time to get back to the hunt. Yugamo and I walked through the ruined cityscapes like usual, looking for groups of wandering invaders. Whenever we found any, we attacked before they had a chance to react. Detach yourself.
Damn. Takumi is getting strong. If he can one-shot those guys, that's pretty powerful.
It's just work. Detach. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. It's just work. Detach yourself. 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 It's just work. What is happening? I was killing even more efficiently than yesterday. My pulse hadn't gone any faster. There wasn't a single bead of sweat on my forehead.
There's literally a bead of sweat on his sprite right now, but whatever.
I was acting like a seasoned assassin, but that didn't make sense. Until I came to the academy, I'd never killed anyone before. Yugami, tell me what's going on. Why am I so good at killing all of a sudden?
How many times are we gonna go over this? Talent, potential, a gift, call what you want. You've got it, man.
Was that all there was to it? Was I really just born with a natural efficiency for cold-blooded murder?
Do you guys think that Yugamu's like slipping something into our food? I don't know if it's more likely that he's lying to us or that he's actually just telling the truth.
It was a simple enough explanation. But there was one lingering doubt that I couldn't seem to shake. You said that sometimes people are unaware of gifts like this, right?
And gifts show up in many different ways. Sometimes they manifest later in life. Don't get too hung up on that. I was just thinking out loud.
Are we the ultimate high school killer? Are we an ultimate student? That would legitimately be an insane twist. If like 70 endings into the game, they were like, oh, you were all picked because you're all ultimates. But I don't know how that would work. I don't feel like you run to the school as an ultimate. They would clearly define character traits, but I think I'd be able to tell if they were all ultimates.
Hey, you have a talent for killing, and our current circumstances are helping you cultivate it. What more do you need to know?
More than that, I need to know the truth, the whole truth. I was doing something I could never do before, and my proficiency was improving at a rate that didn't make sense.
I don't know what that means. In all the Danganronpa games, every student is selected for Hope's Peak Academy because they're an ultimate. They have a certain skill that they are like one of, if not the best in the world at. In the first game, you have the ultimate fortune teller, the ultimate affluent progeny, the ultimate writer, the ultimate fanfic writer, the ultimate swimmer, the ultimate baseballer, the ultimate gangster, the ultimate moral compass. You are playing as the ultimate lucky student whose entire thing is just that you were lucky. You were luckily randomly selected to join the school, and it's a reoccurring thing that throughout the game, very unlikely events happen that save your life. In the other games, like, it's usually a key part of the games where, like, they use their ultimate talents for things. In later games, there's the ultimate assassin, the ultimate swordswoman, the ultimate tennis player uses his tennis skills to kill people. Like, the talents are on a level that is crazy. The ultimate maid is able to take control of a country because her skills are like helping people are so good. It's like ridiculous anime levels of BS. Also, good night, Sword, if I didn't say that. I don't think ending up in a merc school is very lucky. Yeah, that's Turtle, that is legitimately a key plot point of Danganronpa 1. That's legit, like, that's legitimately a thing without spoiling too much. He spends the whole game thinking that he isn't actually that lucky because he wound up in the game. And then he finds out at the end that he actually was lucky. Like, that's actually a key plot point. And some of these kind of make sense. Like Yugamo is a great assassin, but what can I really say about the others? Tsubasa could be the ultimate mechanic. She's showing ridiculous levels of proficiency as a mechanic. Takamaru could be like the ultimate like gangster or something. But some of the other ones don't really make sense. Like, what would Hiroko be? The ultimate killer? What would Shoma be? What would Gaku be? A lot of them don't quite work for that theory.
When I thought about that, fear wells up inside me. What in the world was happening to me? Yugamo, please, if you know what's really going on here, I need you to tell me. If you've modified me or something, I won't be mad. I just want to know the truth. I owed my life to Yugamo. If it hadn't been for him, those invaders I found the first day would have killed me for sure.
Tsubasa is the 18 being side riddled. Shoma's the ultimate waste of space if you ask him. Hiroko is the ultimate not telling people things. Huh. Tsubasa's ultimate level, she knows about everything. She dissects the body and extracts the gi. She knows about quantum physics too. Yeah. She is ridiculous. Hiya, Bailiff. Also, we only started having these abilities after we were injected. Is another key point. Like, we were good, but... yeah, I guess we're getting exponentially better now. Takumi knows about physics sometimes.
I really wouldn't mind if it turned out he'd done something to me at some point. It was not knowing that was killing me. I'm begging you, Gamu, tell me what's happening to me. I looked Yugamo in the eye and held his gaze. I didn't care what he said next, so long as it wasn't lies. After a few seconds... He broke eye contact loud an exasperated sigh.
Okay. When you give me a passion look like that, there's no way I can stay quiet about it.
Yugamo.
But this is your last chance to let sleeping dogs lie, Takumi. I don't think you're going to like what you hear. You might even end up hating yourself. Are you prepared for that?
I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't. I'm through hell and back already, so you think I can't handle a little more?
Alright, I gotta respect your determination. I'll tell you about all this, where your talent for killing comes from, and why it's developing so fast.
That was ominous, but at least it was honest. This was an honest moment between the two of us, between Yugamo Omokage and Takumi Sumino.
Takumi is the ultimate detective, that's why you know physics when we're into murder cases. But he did such a bad job of working out who murdered people in the other routes. You know, like in the first route, he never worked out like who killed Hiroko until Aito literally admitted it. One's like, we're doing well. I just want to stop by footage. Yeah, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well.
First off, I swear by all I hold sacred that I haven't modified your body in any way. Do you believe me?
Yes, if you're serious about it, then I'll trust you.
That said, your affinity for killing isn't as natural as led you to believe. You have been modified. But not by me. You did it to yourself.
What? When? Why don't I remember it?
Maybe modified is misleading. If I mentioned absorption, would that ring any bells?
Yeah. You mean this is because of absorbing cryptoglobin?
You told us you came here from the future. Do you remember the first thing you did when you arrived here on day 2 of this timeline? You killed Aito Atsuki and absorbed his cryptoglobin.
Yeah, I did. But that wouldn't make me change this much, would it?
No, I don't think so. Normally, that is. Absorbing cryptoglobin usually won't have any special influence on someone's personality, no matter how powerful it is. But when it comes to cryptoglobin, you're a rare case. Yours isn't like the rest of ours.
What are you talking about? There's nothing weird about my cryptoglobin.
I beg to differ. Let me jog your memory. You killed Aito Atsuki and absorbed his cryptoglobin in your previous timeline as well, right?
Yeah.
He was right about that. I killed Aito on day 99. My first time he was around.
In other words, you absorbed the same person's cryptoglobin twice, and in succession. If that's not a rare case, I don't know what is.
Chat, say the line! Dot 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 exclamation mark.
So now you have a double dose of Aito's cryptoglobin in you. It's twice as concentrated. As is your Aito Atsuki-ness.
Including his rare talent for killing.
Say it again, chat! Say it again! Dot 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 exclamation mark.
I began to tremble. My breathing was ragged. Aito, of course, he was the most ruthless murderer I'd ever known. My first time here, he destroyed Sirei. He killed Hiroko and took out Ava too, like none of their lives meant anything to him.
Chat, it's been such a long time since we saw Aito. Your previous message on Steam because it's like didn't want you said list these things. Oh, my bad. But yeah, can you believe how long it's been since we've had Aito alive? He has 2 Aitos in him. Yeah. How many Aitos can you handle within you?
He even killed the baby in the defense room. For some reason, we only gave a name to in one of the routes, which is kind of effed up. Why do I still call him the baby? And I'd inherited this ability, this talent from him.
The first time I saw you, I felt a kind of kinship with you. There was something inside you, something just like me, but even more deadly. I could see it in your eyes. When you told us your story, I figured Aito must be the cause and decided to develop it further. That's why I taught you how to be a better killer.
Why would you do that if you knew something so terrible was inside me? Why didn't you just leave it alone?
Because I knew it'd be needing a team ace.
An ace?
Let me tell you, when the sponsorship showed up on day 25, I thought we were seriously screwed. There was no way a bunch of teenagers like us were going to get by in a world where monsters like that existed. If we were going to stand any chance of surviving, we'd need a monster of our own. Someone worthy of being called the ultimate assassin.
I was just talking about this! It's a Danganronpa reference through and through. Ultimates are back. And they are us.
I'd always felt like Yugamu's attitude didn't make sense. Ever since the Invader Hunt began, he'd been weirdly supportive towards me. But now it all added up. His aim had been to bring out the Aito in me.
I really am sorry I did this to you, but it was the only way.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll die, you'll get even better at killing.
And then what?
I don't know. Cryptoglobin's already one big mystery, and your case is unique on top of that.
You don't know? But you did it anyway! Did this mean I was only going to get more and more like Aito from here on? What if my whole personality got overridden by Aitos? Could that happen?
Did that already happen one time?
Wait, the lapse of my memory. Did Aito's cryptoglobin cause them as well? Did he somehow take over while I was blacked out?
That's not out of the question.
I can't tell if we just solved it or if this is actually a fake out.
It's especially suspicious that there's such a clean cutoff between your periods of lucidity. It could be that something happened to strengthen the idol side of you during that time.
Whatever we were injected with. Haito or Gi, who knows? Or Takumi from the future. Still think that's a thing. Say the line, chat. Say the line. Imagine Aido taking the Takumi body with Gi in there. I don't wanna. But I am.
My vision started to go fuzzy. My head too. I could barely string a coherent thought together anymore. I somehow returned to the academy after that, but didn't remember the journey.
Uh-oh.
One moment I was wandering aimlessly, the next, I was back.
Yugamu's alive, right?
My head started to clear. It looked like I was back in my room.
You...
And you have 2 idols in you. What's one Yugamu?
Are you trying to wink behind the eye patch?
That is incredible, Mongoose.
I was laying on my bed staring up at the ceiling. I found myself thinking back on the day Yugamu had offered to form a team with me. This was what you wanted all this time, Yugamu? I never completely trusted him. I knew he had to have some hidden motive, some plan up his sleeve. But it was never me he was interested in. It was Aido. I'd never have guessed that in a million years.
You're up, chat.
Any sense of normality I'd been holding on to had been torn to shreds. It was a shock when Takamura and the others had turned their backs on me, but that was nothing compared to what I was feeling now. Thinking about it now, though, maybe I had trusted Yugamu. Maybe that was why the truth hurt so much. It's like half of my soul had been ripped away. I felt so exhausted, so hollow. I couldn't even bring myself to sit up. I just lay there thinking and doing nothing at all. Time passed before I knew it. It had gotten dark outside. The nighttime announcement played, and the other members of the Anti-Spawns Alliance filed into my room.
The headphones are finished. Everyone, pick a color. Oh, those just straight up. I thought they'd be like earplugs. These are.
Tsubasa revealed her latest handiwork to gasps of admiration from the others.
Wow, they're so cute. Thank you, Tsubasa. These look awesome. Words aren't enough. Let me do 10,000 squats to show my appreciation. You're a masterful mechanic, Lady Tsubasa. Your talent shines brighter than diamonds. You guys are too kind.
Everyone took a pair of headphones and started trying them on.
Silver definitely suits me best. It even matches with the Holy Jumanji sword. Those are earbuds, not headphones. Yeah. I like the yellow ones. I've always thought of it as a lucky color. Maybe they'll bring all the Alliance luck.
Oh. I'll go with black. Makes it easier to lurk in the shadows and stalk my victims.
I'll take blue. That color just screams cool-headed mechanic to me.
Hey!
Gold all the way for me. These will go great with my championship belt.
The only pair left is red. I guess those ones are for me.
Go on, Takumi, put them on. See how they feel. I'm sure red will suit you. Red is a leader's color. Convention has decreed it. That is a Power Ranger reference.
Everybody looked at me expectantly. They all looked so excited, so happy. I'm sorry, guys. I can't accept these.
Why not? Do you not like the design?
No, they look great. The problem's with me, not them. See, there's something inside me. I told everyone what I'd learned earlier today. How I had absorbed 2 doses of Aido's cryptoglobin back to back. How his influence now makes me more like him. And how in the worst case scenario, my personality might actually be replaced with his. There's something else too. I've been getting weird lapses in my memory. Saying it out loud made the fear even worse. I hated to think I had a monster like Ido inside of me. If he ever took over, there was no telling what might happen. He wouldn't hesitate to kill everyone here, though.
He's being so dramatic about this. In another timeline he's not aware of, he spent the whole timeline going around killing people. Maybe even in more than one timeline, depending on what we think of the mystery route. Since we don't have answers to that. But you're right, he did not have to start the conversation by going, I can't accept these.
It's like I'm possessed. Cursed.
And maybe this one if he killed Gaku. Which does seem pretty likely, yeah.
So I've decided I'm going to step down as leader of the anti-sponsor alliance. I lowered my head in a show of contrition. It wouldn't be easy being on my own again, but I couldn't risk becoming a threat to my own teammates. Tried to tell myself I was fine with it, that it was better this way, but then...
Huh.
Okay, chat, this is a tricky one, but you can type it. ... question mark, exclamation mark.
The room suddenly erupted with laughter. It was so loud I couldn't help looking up.
I'm possessed, cursed. You actually said that with a straight face. How adorably delusional.
Hey, what's so funny? This is a genuine problem.
Huh?
Yeah, guys, don't laugh at him. I mean, the whole Edgewood routine was kind of ridiculous, but still. I'm just sorry. I just can't hold it in.
Now even you're laughing at me.
Boys are so silly sometimes.
Even you, Nozomi? Well, this isn't the reaction I was expecting. What's with you guys? I'm being serious here.
We know you are, sweetie. That's part of what makes it so hilarious. You've got no reason to be scared of this curse. You ever came make it work for you a long time ago.
I've overcome it?
Of course. You have a little bit of idol news already helped you score a bunch of points in this game. You scored so much you got that one prize from the sponsor. If it hadn't been for that vile cryptical woman, Zoe wouldn't be here right now. You've got a new parent allowed you to save a life. What's so cursed about it?
Huh?
What? They are being ridiculously calm about this.
Huh? I never thought about it that way before. It's true though. I was only able to help Nozomi with her rejection symptoms because I'd killed so many invaders, placed high in the rankings.
Whether it's a curse or blessing, it's all about how you look at it. In the meantime, you just gotta keep being you, Takumi.
It's nice of you to say that, but it doesn't make the problem go away. If Ido really does take over my body someday, then...
Then we'll just slap you around till you come to your senses.
That's what friends are for, right? Come on, have some faith in us.
Dream theories? I do not believe in a dream theory. I will not even for one moment believe in the dream theory because I hate dream theories. Dream theories are the one thing that can retroactively ruin an entire experience. So I do not give that even the slightest chance of being a thing. Even if your body's consumed by the king of all curses, we'll send him back to hell in disgrace. You just couldn't resist getting another reference in there, could you? I don't get that reference. Whatever the origin of this power may be, I trusted you to use it the right way, Takumi. You have a kind heart and a strong spirit to back it up.
Huh? ...
Explanation mark. I just made those two people in suits injecting them. What, so you think this is a dream now? I don't think this is a dream. Nah. This would be a weird dream, and not enough has happened to tell you it's a dream.
I was dazzled by the brightness of my friends' smiles. Not so long ago, I felt completely alone, and now I had people who were this nice to me. It was almost too much to bear.
Now that's settled, let's get back to the headphones. You don't want all our hard work to go to waste, do you? Come on, put them on.
Okay. I took the headphones from Tsubasa and put them on. Red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, and black. Each member of our team now wore one of those colors. We looked at each other and nodded.
Where is it? I remember seeing one of the endings of Comedy Rat all during ending the game. That was a Comedy Rat. How you liking this game? I'm loving this game. This is like just every once in a while. It's like maybe. Fair.
That brought today's meeting to an end. The others went back to their rooms. All except one person who made no move to leave. Aren't you gonna go too, Yugamu?
I'd rather sleep in your bed tonight, Takumi.
Yugamu stood by the wall, his eyes downcast.
I don't care if Twitch chat is watching. I don't care if this gets demonetized. If it's gonna get demonetized, I may even go the whole way. You mind losing a limb or two? Do you hate me for using you like this?
Huh?
Hey, no. I was surprised though. Since this killing game started, you've basically been my closest friend. But now you tell me you only want to bring out Ido's characteristics from inside of me. Did I never matter to you at all?
Before kissing my boyfriend goodnight. No use hiding it now. I'll be completely honest with you. When we first met, I thought you were a total dud. Aside from Ido's latent properties, there was nothing special about you. No charisma, no expertise, no talent.
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Back then, I thought we'd be better off without you if there had been a way to switch your personality with Ido's. I'd have done it without a second thought.
Okay, now that's really harsh.
I won't ask for your forgiveness. I think seeing Kurara die in such a horrible way made me a little crazy. I wanted the sponsor to pay. I wanted to make them suffer, even if it meant being less than humane in my methods. But the more time you and I spent together, I found myself feeling more affectionate toward you.
Affectionate how?
You don't always make the best choices, and you're way too hard on yourself, but for all that, you never turn away from the light. Even when your friends turned their back on you, you kept fighting for them. Want to know what I think your crowning moment was? When you dove headlong into danger to try and save Hiroko. When I saw you do that, I was grinning from ear to ear. I thought, who even is this maniac I've got myself involved with? Before I knew it, I was rushing in to join you. I never thought of myself as a team player, till I started hanging out with you.
That's right. I told Yugamu to run back then, but he stayed involved with us. We had no chance of winning, but he joined us anyway.
Rest easy, Takumi. You getting taken over by Ido's personality isn't impossible, but if I know you the way I think I do, it'll never happen. You'll tame those impulses and continue to give your all to protect your friends. That's just the kind of guy Takumi Sumino is.
More than anything else, I trust you to do the right thing.
Oh, that was a cute moment.
With that, Yugamu quickly left my room. He wasn't actually blushing, but he was giving off the same impression. He'd put up a happy-go-lucky front, but I guess even he got shy sometimes.
That's really cute.
They really trust me, huh? That thought had a profound effect on me. I was more determined than ever to keep my team alive. I'd repay their trust and get them all back to the artificial satellite safely. And to do that, I need to find some QB liquid. And soon. We hadn't found even a trace of any so far, but we couldn't give up yet. I'll find that liquid. I would. ... Explanation mark. Definitively, categorically, without fail. As it turned out, the very next day, that prediction came true. although not in the way I was expecting.
Yugamu to Takumi before he leaves, all but one kiss. Get to know what Yugamu thinks Takumi is gonna get their routes. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, Yugamu's never really liked Takumi in any other route. At best, he's like... At best, the whole group likes Takumi, and that's Yugamu included. But this is the only real time we've had a specific connection with him. Like, even in the routes where he ended up pretending to be the slasher, even in those routes, it was never like Takumi specifically he cared for. Like a couple of characters like Kiyoshika seems to like us in most routes. Karara seems to like us in most routes. Nozomi, more so due to Takumi's efforts to befriend her, seems to like us in most routes. Gaku always seems to dislike us until we're able to convince him. Same with Kako and Nima. But Yugamu, we've never really tried.
Rise and shine, sunshine.
Sorry, wrong game. Yugamu's just here to kill things. I don't think that's true at all. It is a very well documented thing that Yugamu does not like killing these things. Yugamu does not get enjoyment out of killing invaders. He only gets enjoyment out of killing people he loves. He doesn't even want to be an assassin.
Good night. I sat up and rubbed the sleep from my eyes. It was morning. Why was the nighttime announcement playing?
Oh no, we blacked out for a day.
Huh? Is the system on the fritz? I hoisted myself out of bed and checked the time. What? But when I took a look around, I almost wondered if it was still dreaming. It was dark according to the clock. It was well past the time of the nighttime announcement usually played. What the hell? If this really was the day of 45, that would mean I'd slept through the entire day. Had I really been that tired, or had someone done something to knock me out for the day? Guess I was wondering what the others were doing.
Hey, Takumi, are you feeling better?
I opened the door and let Tsubasa in. For some reason, she seemed worried.
Sorry about this morning. I shouldn't have forced you to help me. But you could have told me you weren't feeling well, you know?
Huh? Not feeling well? Help you? I had no idea what she was talking about. So far as I knew, this was the first time I'd seen her today.
Oh yeah, I've got something for you. I diluted so we'd have more to go around. You should spray it on everything around your room just in case.
What is this?
Huh?
What do you mean? It's the QB liquid you gave me.
QB liquid?
Well, what's the matter?
You've got QB liquid already? I was starting to think we'd never find any.
Why are you acting like this is the first time you're seeing it? You're the one who found it.
I found it? No, that's not possible.
Takumi, you're acting really weird.
Tsubasa was looking at me with a mixture of confusion and concern, but then she gasped like she'd suddenly figured something out.
Did you lose part of your memory again?
Seems that way. I can't remember anything that happened earlier today. What's going on, Tsubasa? Why do we have the QB liquid all of a sudden? She told me what had happened. It was bizarre hearing about things I'd done but had no memory of. Apparently I'd gone to Tsubasa's room this morning and given her the QB liquid. Obviously she was surprised and asked me where I'd found it, but I hadn't given her a clear answer. I only said that I didn't remember where exactly. Tsubasa had impressed me. She was happy enough that we had the stuff we needed.
This is so suspicious. Takumi who found it. I think the Takumi from the future is becoming more probable. Yeah. The only time... If she had come into our room and we were in the room and got out of bed and gave it to her, I'd be like, oh, we're possessed. But they're explicitly giving us situations where nobody has checked where Takumi's meant to be asleep. And in both scenarios, he woke up where he went to bed, which really makes it seem like there's someone else instead.
After that, she'd take me to the underground hangar, and the two of us had to work applying the liquid to the escape pod. We'd gone over the surface of the metal thoroughly to make sure the particle bacteria never ate into it again.
It didn't take us long to finish it, but then you got really exhausted all of a sudden. You said, I'm gonna go back to my room and taking the rest of the day off.
Now the day's ending, you came to check on me. None of that jogged any memories. It was almost like there was another me walking around, living my life without me knowing about it.
That's what I think.
What's this Eidos doing? And what was left of him somehow taken over my body?
This feels like a... Okay, this feels like a red herring to me. Mainly for the fact that... And I want to say in none of the other routes we killed Aito did this happen. But explicitly in this one, Yugamu tried to like train this part of me. Which makes it a bit more likely, but... Given what was written on the blackboard... I still think either the Gi or the future Takumi are more likely. I don't think I would care about the QE liquid thing. I agree. The other thing is the adhering to Gi, which is also adhering to future Takumi. Like Ida Trace do not work every time. Hi, Space Sensei. The thing is, I don't think... How do I put it? Part of me thinks, and this is pretty gosh darn unlikely. Part of me thinks that Aito could have destroyed this spaceship. I see a probable world where Aito is messing with a spaceship just like he messed with things in the first playthrough. I think the Gi would want to get to the space station. And I think a future Takumi, unless he's like a post-apocalyptic Takumi who's like, the only thing I care about is saving the future. I don't care about the lives of my friends, the greater goal. Otherwise, future Takumi would care more about trying to save his friends. Like, I feel like he would focus on killing, the sponsor more so than saving the ship.
How was this Eidos doing? What was left of him somehow taken over my body?
Hi, Mixel. The kill instinct Takumi's probably Gi. I'd obscures the Gi, which obscures future Takumi. He's been hearing about who knows what. Yeah, you guys. Oh, I love this game. The fact that this game gets better the more routes you've played because it gives you more theories based on other routes is so good. A lot of other games would be like, oh, you played the route you needed. Okay, every other route, the questions are answered. In this game, it just gives you more questions.
But why would Eido go to the trouble of finding the thing we needed to help us escape? Wouldn't he just go on a rampage and kill everyone? Actually, though, maybe it didn't matter why I didn't remember finding this QB liquid. Whether I remembered it or not, we had it now. That's what mattered. Basa, let me get one thing straight. You said if we found the QB, you'd be able to repair the escape pod, right? Does this mean you can do it now? Can you get the pod working early and get us out of here? If we could only do that, our troubles would be over.
Takumi going after Aito across time and space, multiverse toxic yaoi. That is a theory.
We could all escape this horrible game and go back to the satellite where things would be safe.
Yeah, about that.
Tsubasa looked away awkwardly.
I can fix the pod, But it's gonna take me at least 50 days.
Uh,
50 days? So then,
We'd have to survive until day 95 before we can get out of here.
at that point, it barely even qualifies as escaping early anymore.
We'd gotten the members of our alliance together for the daily meeting and told them the bad news. Needless to say, they were all pretty shocked.
So we're leaving day 100? Yeah, but not any reasonable extent. To be fair, it does need to be done for the fact that otherwise on day 100 we wouldn't be able to escape because... Anyway, like this work does have to be done, but it's not that useful.
The damage is really that bad, huh?
Yeah, it turns out the bacteria ate into it deeper than I was expecting. And Tsubasa needed to work. Yeah, she needs to survive to how to rebuild it. It's the other thing. It's not just surface damage anymore. The whole thing's compromised on a structural level. I can't see it taking less than 50 days, no matter what I do. I'm sorry, I'm just not skilled enough. Oh, Tsubasa, you don't have to apologize. That's right. If we didn't have you here, we wouldn't be able to repair it at all.
No one was really to blame for this. Izoma was right about that. It was just some monumentally bad luck.
Well, now that escaping is off the table, we've got two options. We can keep participating in the Invader Hunt right up to day 95. Or we can come up with a new plan to defeat the sponsor and end the game.
The same choice I tried to avoid with the escape pod plan.
You up, team leader? What course is the Alliance going to take from here on?
Naturally, the right and responsibility to make the choice fell to me. I couldn't waste time. I had to step up and give my teammates direction. Participating in the hunt is out of the question. If the killing game keeps going all the way down day 95, people will die. Not just for the other team, but this one as well.
Right, there's no telling when one of us could end up in last place or run into a commander outside the school.
That's why I can't let the Invader Hunt continue. But in order to end it,
We'll have to take out the sponsor for good this time.
yeah, and that's not going to be easy. It was bad enough when there was only one of them. Having multiple bodies is definitely going to complicate things.
I wonder how many there are in all. If we leave even one alive, it'll scuttle off and create more. They're like cockroaches. That's a funny thought. The sponsor's like a cockroach.
We'd overcome a lot of crazy stuff here at the Academy, but in fighting an enemy like the sponsor, we might have finally met our match. Everybody looked completely shell-shocked. The truth must have dawned on them too. How could we possibly deal with a situation as hopeless as this? But then...
I think I know a way to kill the sponsor.
I figured it out. The sponsors are the pieces of cereal that came back to life and went rogue. I mean, there's no evidence to disprove it. Other than we saw Ceres' dead body the same day that the killing game was on the board. Just after that. It's too dumb to be wrong. I like your thinking, 99.
Yugamu spoke up, offering us a light in the dark. Yugamu, what was that?
Yeah, we can kill the sponsor. All of them.
You're not kidding around, right? This is for realsies? Really for real?
For real, for real. Truth is, there's an idea I've been sitting on for a while now. It was only really a vague notion until Shoma got executed. That's when I realized it could actually work. The method will kill the sponsor once and for all.
You're that sure of it. Why didn't you say anything up to now? Sorry, I'm tired. I slept all day. Maybe. The method I'm thinking of kinda goes against my principles. I'd have preferred not to use it given the chance. But it looks like my preferences are gonna have to take a backseat. Guess that's what I get. Quit philosophizing. Just tell us what we need to do.
You're gonna break out some finisher no one's ever seen before? Or some to bury the enhanced your innate techniques to their utmost level? I don't get that reference. And once the sponsor gets drawn into your domain, you release everything you've got in one lethal attack. The main expansion? I don't know what that's from, but it's a cliche. Kyoshika, maybe you'll sit quietly while we're talking about this. Tell us, Yugamu. This could be our big chance to avenge Karara. Kyoshika is too much of a wave for us to understand. This appears to be a reality marble in Fate Stay Night. Huh? I think the problem is more so Kyoshika references a lot of like shonen and stuff, and I don't watch a lot of that or read a lot of that.
We all waited with bated breath to hear Yugamu's idea. A surefire way to destroy the sponsor. What could it be? And when he finally did speak up.
Sorry, guys. I'm keeping this one under my hat.
What? Why? This is no time to play coy, Yugamu.
It's Jujutsu Kaisen.
And don't get me wrong, I'm just exercising due caution. The element of surprise is essential to this plan. If the sponsor gets wind of it ahead of time, it'll all be for nothing.
So you think one of us is gonna leak information to them?
Not intentionally, no. But you can't deny that when it comes to keeping secrets, some of us are more cautious than others.
Oro? Why is everybody looking at me all of a sudden? What does Oro mean?
Maybe he was right. Some of us are better off not knowing. This means you'll have to do all of it on your own. Are you sure that you can handle it? You know how powerful the sponsor is. And they're only getting stronger now they've absorbed Karara and Shoma's cryptoglobin.
That's exactly why I know we can win.
Is it?
The sponsor absorbs cryptoglobin and gets stronger. That's the key to our victory. Chaos holds power over us because it's unknowable. The more we learn about something, the more that power is diminished. The sponsor's going down. You can depend on it, trust me.
Okay, my thought is this. When the bees absorb cryptoglobin, it buffs all of the sponsors. Theoretically then, if we made the bee absorb some kind of poison or something, maybe it had to be like poison that is like attached to the cryptoglobin. It should poison all of the sponsors. That is my theory. He's feeling vaguely sacrificial and Yukami doesn't want him to stop him. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've kind of hit that point in a multiversal story where like, we've seen so many versions of our friends die that I'm not so fazed about keeping one specific instance of our friend alive. It's like the classic time travel dehumanizing story. But like, I've hit that point.
If this was anyone else, I might have my doubts. Yugamu's an assassin. If there's one thing he knows about, it's killing.
And yeah, it makes sense. He has to inject himself with the poison and then get absorbed.
Alright, I trust you. It's all on you now, Yugamu. This was the third time the anti-sponsor alliance had switched to a new goal. With Yugamu handling the plan to kill the sponsor, that only left one thing for the rest of us to do.
Focus on grinding. Get all that BP.
Invader Hunt, round 2, day 4. I headed out to the school grounds to earn points like usual. Today though, I wasn't hunting with Yugamu.
Thanks for pairing up with me, Takumi. I'll try not to slow you down.
Instead, I had Tsubasa as my partner.
Oh, sure, you can be just as efficient a hunter as anyone.
I appreciate it, but don't push yourself too hard. I'll be the one doing most of the hunting. You just focus on backing me up. That way you'll get a decent amount of points with only a fraction of the work. Our focus today was exploiting the point distribution system to bolster Tsubasa's rank. We couldn't afford to let her fall into last place. We're leaving the entire plan to kill the sponsor in your hands, Yugamu. You don't have to tell any of us what it is. Wait, can you at least tell us how much time you'll need to get it ready?
Not very long, although it's unlikely I'll be able to enact it before the end of the second round. Spawns will be in the ground before the start of the third three. Before the start of the round 3, I can promise you that much.
So if we can avoid being executed by the end of this round,
We'll be able to end the invader hunt and prevent any more deaths.
And that's about the size of it. Basically, all you guys need to worry about is not ending up in last place. Takumi and I will do everything we can to help out, obviously, but the real problem is you, Tsubasa. Right now, you're 8th out of 10. That's pretty near the bottom.
Yeah, things aren't looking so good for me, huh? I'm still not used to flying outside the school, so I've barely been able to hunt any enemies.
In that case, we'll have to get you some support points without you killing invaders directly.
we found out there's a secret invader hunts point system. Even hunters that didn't actually kill invaders could still earn points by supporting their allies in battle.
I have a suggestion if you're interested. Randamore, why don't you take my place and go out and hunt with Takumi, Tsubasa?
Me and Takumi?
He's the top hunter in the whole alliance. You'll probably earn a ton of points just from being around him. If that's okay with you, Takumi.
I don't mind, but what are you gonna do, Yugamu?
I'll be taking a break from hunting for a while. If you want me, I'll be holed up in the escape pod hangar, working on the plan. As much as it pains me to relinquish my position as your hunting buddy, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Many of you will die, Chet. And that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Look there, Tsubasa, a big group of invaders. Surprise attacks are effective in situations like this, so sneak up on them quietly.
Right, sneaking quietly. How do you walk without making too much noise again?
She seems pretty nervous. Then again, she's always been the type that gets stressed out easily. Are you scared? It's okay, just close your eyes and stay next to me. Here, give me your hand.
Okay.
I held Tsubasa's hand as we snuck closer to the invaders. And then we struck. Detach yourself. It's just work. 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 Nice. Seems like I'm in pretty good form today. If I kept mowing down invaders like this, Tsubasa was bound to get some of the points I earned.
Wow, Takumi, you're amazing. I knew you're strong, but that was something else. You're all swish, swish, swish.
Just a little something Yugamu taught me. The double dose of Ido's cryptoglobin helps too.
But still, you were awesome. So strong, so manly.
It seems like only yesterday you were an awkward little half pint. Pretty soon you'll be all grown up.
What are you, my mom?
Hi, Max.
Also, half pint, really? Let's get moving. Can't waste time talking when there's invaders to hunt. I started walking again, pulling Tsubasa along behind me. We need to make every kill count.
Sheesh, what's with the alpha male act all of a sudden? Being so forceful with a girl. I'm too big for your Takumi-sized boots.
I ignored Tsubasa's grumbling and let it fade into the background. I didn't have time to be delicate with her right now. Things were being thrown at me.
Sleepy. How are you doing today?
We spent the rest of the day walking around the ruins hunting invaders. We killed a lot of them. Phew. Alright, that should do it for today. Should be safe from falling to last place now, Tsubasa.
Great. Thanks for this, Takumi. I can't believe we took out this many invaders just in one day. I say we, but really all I did was watch.
Don't sweat it. It's the leader's job to help out his allies when they're in trouble.
I'm glad we have a defendable leader like you around. You're really growing into the role. It's weird though. I never imagined me spending time with you like this. Just the two of us. Not after I alienated you like everyone else did at the start of the game.
Tsubasa's expression suddenly clouded over like she was about to cry.
I'm really sorry for back then. You're such a great guy and we treated you like trash. Every time you do something nice for me, I get reminded of that. You're too good to me.
Forget about it. It's all in the past and it made sense at the time.
Maybe, but...
If anything, I think it's a good thing that you all alienated me back then.
Huh? A good thing? Why?
It made me appreciate just how much of a difference having someone on my side can make. Now that people decide to stand by me, I'm more determined than ever to keep them safe.
That includes you too, Tsubasa. I'll protect you. For all the rest of our lives.
The rest of our lives?
Yes, I'll always be here for you.
That's great and all, but when you put it like that, it almost sounds like...
Tsubasa? Hey, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Oh jeez, Takumi, you big dummy! Question mark, exclamation mark.
I look away for a minute and suddenly you turn into a total Casanova. Where did I go wrong?
Why do you keep talking about me like I'm some wayward soul?
Whatever, that's all for today. I'm going back to the school.
Yeah.
God damn, you already have Yugamu, and then you got Kyoshika, and now you've rizzed up Tsubasa.
Hey, don't run off by yourself. It's not safe. I ran after Tsubasa. She stormed her way back to Last Fence Academy. Feeling a little winded after the journey, we went straight to the leisure lounge.
I really thought something was going to hit her on the way back.
Once there, we checked the rankings.
Nice! It went up a place.
It seems I don't have a harem. Kinda. What's going on? The Invader Hunt round 2.
What a relief. And I owe it all to you, Takumi.
Don't get comfy yet. It won't take much for Takimaru and the others to overtake you.
They're posting ... question mark, exclamation mark, because the game keeps doing that and it's very funny every time. So it's become a bit of a joke.
I had to keep the members of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance out of last place. As their leader, that was my responsibility. Of course, that also meant we'd be forcing someone from Takamaru's team into last place instead. I tried not to think about that side of things too much.
Yeah, Darumi's crazy. We haven't seen Darumi since, like day 30 or something.
I wasn't some omnipotent savior. No matter what I did, I couldn't save everyone. Having checked on the rankings, Tsubasa and I went back to our rooms to rest. Then when night fell, after the announcement played, everyone from the Alliance got together in my room.
Hey!
You helped Tsubasa go up a rank in just one day. Nice going, Takumi. The way you fight to protect Lady Tsubasa is truly inspiring. You're like a stone cold professional killer. I don't know about stone cold, but I agree with the professional part. You were swinging your sword practically the speed of light.
Come on, guys. I'm just doing what any decent leader would. I'm not to deal with everyone being so nice to me. This cheer atmosphere is gonna take some getting used to. Anyway, enough about me. How's your progress, Yugamu? Is your plan to take down the sponsor still going smoothly? Yugamu spent the whole day in the escape pod hangar work on the method he thought up to kill our invincible adversary. The exact details were still a secret, of course. None of us had any idea what this method was.
Yeah, no problem here. Everything's going according to plan. When I spring my little trap, the sponsor will die. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Sponsor would die. That was a reassuring thought.
Is it reassuring? We've killed him before. But how exactly are we going to kill the sponsor, Sir Yugamu? I've been so curious. I can barely eat. We're all allies here. Can't you tell me what this ingenious plan of yours is? Just a hint will do. Just a teensy-weensy little hint of a hint.
Knock it off, Kyoshika. Yugamu's in charge of killing the sponsor. That includes whether or not he wants to keep it a secret.
If my lord commands it, I suppose I have no choice but to back down.
Carry out this plan however you want, Yugamu. We're putting all our trust in you.
Thanks. I won't let you down. Soon enough, you'll be sitting up and begging me to thank me for my efforts.
Sit up and beg. What are we, your pets?
Back from the study realm? The study realm or the horse go realm? Jason?
I could only hope it was a good sign that Yugamu felt comfortable enough to joke around. If we could all survive to the end of this round and end the killing game, our futures would be a whole lot brighter.
Once the sponsor's gone, that only leaves the invaders to deal with. Indeed, we need only defend the school until day 100, and our victory will be complete. After the invader hunt, defensive battles are going to be a breeze. I'll take on any and all challengers that come our way. Study realm. Now I'm going to dive into a realm I actually enjoy, which is the anime Go Horse Racing realm.
I think so too. The sponsor is only a real threat to us. Is the only real threat to us right now. If we can just take them out of the picture.
We have basically already won. Victory, ending the war, winning the war. The idea was so exciting. It was intoxicating. Just a little more. One final push and it would all be over. No more going around hunting to earn points. No more sponsor lording their power over us. Peaceful days like that were just around the corner. However, the hope we felt in that moment blinded us to the truth. Whenever life appeared to hand us a victory, there were always strings attached.
Drink water. Thank you for the reminder.
When things seem to be going well, we need to be more careful than ever. The anti-sponsor alliance had forgotten that, but we'd receive a cruel reminder the next day.
Okay, I feel like Kyoshika's gonna die. Uh-oh.
I choked wordlessly, unable to comprehend the scene playing out in front of me.
Nozomi!
No, it's Nozomi! We haven't had a route when Nozomi really dies that early. I guess we're day 50, so...
Nozomi on the ground covered in blood. My other friends barely standing, ragged from exhaustion. And in the middle of all this carnage, the one responsible for it, I recognize that monstrous form.
The Squad 10 commander!
Nahomi.
Why did we have to run into him now of all times? If we just could have made it through the second round, everything would have been fine. So why? Why now?
What is the commander even doing here?
This morning, Tsubasa and I went out hunting like the day before. I wanted to keep earning points for her just in case. For the first few hours, everything had gone well. We killed a ton of invaders. Just before noon, we switched gears and headed to a meetup with the other alliance members. We'd all decided to have a picnic lunch together. Two of us made our way to their rendezvous point, feeling pretty good about everything. But when we got there, it wasn't a nice laid-back picnic that greeted us. It was this. The commander must have attacked Moko and the others while they were out on a hunt. A battle had ensued, and Nozomi was wounded. I guess that's when we showed up.
Damn it! How dare you do this to my friends?
The full implication of the situation were becoming clear to me. If I didn't do something quick, they would all die and there'd be no bringing them back. But before that... Tsubasa, get out of here! Go back to the academy! The whole reason I was hunting with Tsubasa was that she wasn't used to fighting outside school grounds. I couldn't let her take on a commander.
What does Disco Man do on his own? I've forgotten. He reverses time. Normally he uses it to make the singer Hatsune Miku one invincible. On his own, he in the original round, he was able to make himself invincible for a round. Like, he was able to rewind time to heal himself.
I thought I'd have to cover her until she could safely escape, so I thought.
No, I won't run away this time. Is curious as how much Takumi? Yeah, it's very curious. Except it's more like Takumi sends himself back in time, whereas that guy can send everything back in time. Like, he can send an area around him back in time, or like certain things around him. But I could say Takumi turns everything but himself back in time, kind of. Is a better way to put it.
Tsubasa.
I ran when Hiroko and Rumi needed help. I ignored them and left them to die. This is a lot of things thrown at me.
She must be talking about that time we ran into Squad 3 commander. I jumped in to help Hiroko and Rumi back then, but Tsubasa was too scared. Scared of dying.
What?
Don't dwell in the past, just go!
No, I won't. Not this time. I'm not running away anymore.
Yeah.
Tsubasa, wait! You can't charge it on your own. She wouldn't listen. She was already running full speed into the fray. There was no time to stand around and talk. Our battle against the Squad 10 commander had begun.
Whoa! Actual combat.
Everyone, are you okay?
Takumi, am I glad to see you? Dear Takumi, Lena's only. She's been grievously injured. She's still breathing, but she won't last much longer. She's going to die.
Calm down, Kyoshiga. We need to do something about the commander before we can help her. Moko, what happened here?
The commander's not all that strong, but whenever we beat him, he comes right back. We've had to fight him over and over again. During one of those battles, Lomi went down for the count. No skip button, Bun's strongest weapon gone.
I was afraid of that. This commander has the power to control time. Little attacks won't cut against him. You can just turn back the clock and make it like his injuries never happened.
Then how the heck are we supposed to beat him?
We have to all attack him at once and inflict more damage than he can handle. Let's do this, guys. Don't give him a chance to recover.
Oh, only 31?
Time to use it.
That's nothing.
Let's do this.
Oh, he gets a shield? We can ignore shields.
Say when. Take that.
Oh, we don't even need to kill him. What? Is he gonna run away?
Darn it, we almost had him that time.
The fiend has recovered again. At this rate, the battle will never end. Don't give up, guys. We'll get him this time. Everyone take a deep breath and go. I don't know what you're trying to say, Max.
This should do it.
How's that posture? My posture was already perfect, so I didn't even have to move.
go. Hiya! Let's go. Yeah! Here we go.
Here we go.
Good to
It's
go.
me, Takumio.
One last strike.
I think you're Chetamax.
Take care of the rest.
Finally, right with combat isn't skipped. Kappa, I mean, yeah, I feel this is like the 5th combat we've had to do for the main story.
Not again. We were so close.
If we don't finish him soon, Nozomi's really gonna die. Seize this slinking away card. Stand and fight us. Dr. Dog, exclamation mark.
What are we gonna do? We fight and fight and fight, but the commander's still not going down. Nozomi's at her limit. We need to get her back to the school before it's too late. Just then,
I'll take this guy on alone.
Moko stepped forward, proposing a plan that was completely insane.
You guys go ahead. I'll do what I can to slow him down. The way I see it, there's no other way to save Nozomi but this.
You want us to leave you behind? We can't do that.
Sir Takumi's right, Lady Moko. We could never abandon a comrade to die.
Yeah.
Don't be hasty, alright? If we beat him with our next attack, we'll still have time to.
Shut the hell up, all of ya! Question mark, exclamation mark.
Moko shouted so loud it felt like she was making the ground shake with her voice alone.
Nothing, guys. Day Karara died. I stood at a grave and I made a promise. I promised to protect the girls. Make sure not a single one of them died. If Nozomi dies on my watch, Karara will never forgive me.
So let me do this. Let me protect my friend.
If one person stayed to distract the commander, the rest of us could escape and get Nozomi back to safety. That much was true. But could I really do this to Moko? Could I sacrifice one of our own? Leave Moko here and take Nozomi back to the school. Or stay here and I'll fight the commander together. As the Alliance's leader, that was the choice I needed to make.
So last time, I abandoned them because I wanted the bad ending. I can't tell which one is a bad ending here. So, without knowing what's really the right choice, I feel like the correct choice is to not leave Moko behind. So I'm gonna leave Moko behind. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna leave Moko behind. I can't do that. Abandon Nozomi.
No, you can't expect us to agree to that.
But is leaving Moko behind the Takumi simping for Nozomi choice? Probably. Or soothe Lady Moko. It's all for one and one for all. Don't be a pig-headed numbskull, Takumi. You just don't get it. I told you I made a promise to Karara. I promised her to protect the girls.
But you're a girl too.
Dot question mark exclamation mark.
Actually, that doesn't matter. It's my duty to protect every member of the Alliance.
That means Nozomi will.
How about we continue this conversation after we beat the commander? Our grueling battle against the Squad 10 commander raged on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever we backed him into corner, he would slip away, recover, and the whole process began all over again. His ability to turn back time made the battle drag on. But after a long while... Yeah!
Yeah.
We unleashed a concentrated attack on him at long last. We brought the Squad 10 commander down once and for all.
Nozomi!
Nozomi. Once the commander had fallen, we rushed over to Nozomi to check on her. When we got there, we were relieved to find she was still breathing. We took her back to the school and treated her right away. She could still be safe. Don't die on us, Nozomi.
Okay, looks like this was the right choice.
We ran back to the academy as quickly as we could, carrying Nozomi the whole way.
Don't die, Nozomi! Hold on just a little longer.
As I ran, I prayed hard for Nozomi to survive this. I didn't want to see yet another friend dying on me, especially not Nozomi. I came all the way back to prevent her death in the first place. Oh, that would be for nothing if she died now. Once we got back, I'll grab Yugamo again to treat Nozomi's injuries. He's so familiar with the human body, this shouldn't be a problem for him. I kept going through the steps, I'd take my mind as I ran with all my might. Hey guys, was the school always so far away? We've been running for a while now. We still couldn't see the wall of fire. Not even a single flame. The huge wall had been a major landmark. It wasn't the kind of thing we could just miss.
That's really strange. We're definitely not lost, so... Mayhaps we've been shrunk? Anyway, this is the right direction, so let's just keep going.
All of us clearly felt this was an ill omen. Nevertheless, we kept running the direction where the school should be. We finally arrived and an astonishing sight greeted us. Huh?
Music? Oh! We have to be in a dream, right?
We could barely recognize the school.
What happened here?
Why has the school been destroyed?
Are you sure this is Last Defense Academy? We didn't take a wrong turn somewhere?
Is there a Second Academy? No, Second Academy's in the desert.
I found it hard to believe this was really a school too. But it was. It was practically in ruins, but there was no mistaking it.
I understand now. The Squad 10 commander was merely a decoy.
A decoy?
He was there to draw out and hold back the majority of the Special Defense Unit's fighters. Then other commanders would be free to destroy the academy while we were occupied. A two-pronged offensive to conquer an enemy stronghold. It's the oldest trick in the book.
Total exclamation mark. Does that mean the correct choice was to run away? Could we have made it back in time if we abandoned Moko?
Now it made sense why that commander fought so inefficiently and kept dragging the battle out. He was trying to buy the other commanders time to launch their attack. And I'd fallen for the enemy's gambit, leaving the school poorly defended. That in turn had led us to its destruction. Shortly after we arrived back, Nozomi died from her injuries. Now that we'd lost the base, we didn't even have anywhere to erect a tombstone for her.
This is a bad ending, right?
All we could do was wander around the town ruins for the rest of our lives.
This is why they didn't see the wall of fire. FP is dead. But there's still fire around. 90. The academy falls. $33. We're a third of the way. Well, I'm glad we got the bad ending. That was a really good fake out ending. Genuinely, that was a really good fake out ending. I fell hook, line, and sinker for that. I had no clue what was going on. We have to let Moko die. Huh.
Moko, please cover us while we bring Nozomi back.
No, Takumi, you can't seriously be thinking about leaving Moko behind. Thank you, Takumi. Now I can finally keep my promise to Karara. I refuse to accept this. Lady Moko, there is no sweetness in this parting, only sorrow. Hi, Ruru. Moko traded for a cardboard cutout. Never. I will never leave you behind. In fact, I shall be staying behind with Chop. Haha. Lady Moko, why?
I caught Kyoshika's body as she fell forward, knocked unconscious by Moko.
My cutie pies are in your hand now, Takumi. I know you've got what it takes to keep Nozomi and Kyoshika safe.
Because that's just what great team leaders do.
Your cutie pies? Another Yuri! Another Poly Yuri has been ended. This rat will do everything in its power to ensure that there are no Yuri rats that survive. No Hiroko Darumi. No Moko Nozomi. No Karara. Kyoshika.
Moko encouraged me with the brightest smile on her face. Smile that had been the source of my strength countless times before.
Well, Gaku rolling in his grave. The protector of Yuri died, so all the Yuri died after that. It makes sense.
Moko, I don't know how I can repay.
Right. Time for you to exit the ring. Favorite guys will fly in for a second round any moment now. Tsubasa, be a darling and send everyone back, right? Love you, honey. Dot, exclamation mark. Yeah. See you later, Moko.
Moko tossed her golden headphones over to us. She must have meant for us to hold on to them as a keepsake. We loaded the unconscious Nozomi and Kyoshika into Tsubasa's vehicle and drove off without delay. As we pulled away, I looked back to see how Moko was faring.
Feast your eyes upon Moko Majiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction, and her iron defense of a lifetime. You'll be crossing this line over my dead body. Get ready for the match of your life, Commander!
Moko was standing in the way of the commander, determined to buy us enough time to escape. I burned the side of that steering scene into my mind, so that I would never forget it.
Hard to believe she was a killer in the bad end of the mystery rally. I think she died in that route, didn't she? In the other one. I don't think she was the killer in that route. I still think it was Nozomi was the killer in that route.
After rushing back to school, we called Yugami out from the underground hangar and then...
Wait, maybe the imposter pretending to be a...
Yugami quickly took the lead and directed us in how to save Nozomi's life.
Tsubasa, grab as many packs of saline antibiotics as you can for the infirmary. Now!
Right.
Takumi, use antiseptic to sterilize the room, then cover everything in sterile sheets.
Alright!
I'll start suturing the wounds. Man, this would be much easier if we could just toss her into the revival-matic.
He began treating Nozomi's wounds with practiced ease, using his assassination skills to heal instead of kill.
Relax, the wounds are not as deep as they seem. Internal organs are fine. None of her injuries are fatal.
So she's gonna live?
The thing is, she's lost a lot of blood. The transfusion will undoubtedly save her life, but we don't have any packs of blood on hand. Not that transfusing ordinary blood has any curative effect on us.
Just as I was processing what Yugami told me.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. On defense mode.
Invaders at a time like this?
Those sadistic cretins are clearly out to torture us.
No, wait, on the other hand, they've just shown a ray of light on this deadly hellscape we're in.
What ray of light? We need to focus on treating Nozomi. We don't have time to take on the invaders too.
Because we now have a chance to get our hands on what we need to help her. By spilling some commander blood.
What we need. Oh, you mean... After defeating Commander, the top 300s in Libra will receive a Crypto Globe and filled syringe as a reward. Yugamo and I were in 2nd and 3rd place respectively, so we would have 2 syringes. We'd be able to use those syringes on Nozomi to replenish her lost Crypto Globe. With that in mind, we stopped treating Nozomi, shook Kyoshika awake, and headed to the war room to prepare for battle. Is this everyone?
Where are Takamaru and the others? There's no time for us to be divided.
Those people are frolicking around in dreamland, dead to the waking world.
Sponsor, what are you doing here?
You're not trying to interfere with the battle, I hope.
The sponsor ignored our questions, choosing to stare intently at the worm wanderer instead.
This commander appears to be a skilled illusionist. They create illusions by blasting the superpowered music through a soundtrack that confuses all who hear it.
Sound-based illusions. That has to be the Squad 11 commander Takumi was talking about the other day.
We're fine since we have our noise-cancelling headphones, but... So, okay, this means the sponsor either is familiar with the commanders, or they're from the future and they've fought this commander before. That's just a little thing to pick up on.
Takamaru and the others took the full brunt of the attack and are wandering around a dream world right now, aren't they?
Wait, that doesn't explain why Darumi's alright. She hasn't done anything to block out the sound.
He was right. Darumi didn't seem affected at all.
My head's a little fuzzy. I'm seeing things I know are real, but everything's great. You can make someone already stoned. You can make someone already stoned, even stonier.
As crazy as always, that's Darumi for you. Albeit her brand of insanity was strangely comforting with the situation we're facing at the moment.
I fail to see why you all seem so upbeat when the enemy is rapidly advancing on the academy even as you speak. Look at the monitor.
Whoa, I've never seen this cutscene before. Oh, that's not the cutscene.
Cripes! The academy's already under attack.
Oh, no. We have to get out there and fight now.
Indeed, this is hardly the time or place to get totally wiped out. You're still needed for some of the stuff I have in mind. Understand?
Now, go out there and show everyone your pride as hunters.
Stop acting like you're in charge. We're protecting the school for our own reasons. Let's do this, guys.
Let's do this. Let's do to it. Also, Takumi being immune to it, Darumi being immune to it is very weird. That's like really weird. She said she's stoner than stone. Does that mean she's actually like on drugs? I don't think that's what she was trying to imply. I think she was trying to say she's just crazy. But like, she's always crazy. Unless she's like, actually like straight up seeing things that are real normally now. I don't know what's up with her.
All the soundtracks have been destroyed.
Aw, the illusions are gone. I'm already starting to miss them.
Maybe miss them after we take out the commander headed this way?
I don't remember your name. I never remember Turatami. I literally never remember her. I I remember her appearance and her what she does for combat. But not her name. She's still my favorite one. Now I think about it, Tsunemiku does have the Doremi pigtails. I mean, so does this enemy. It's a Miku off. The world is truly theirs. Technically, it's called as Commander Miku, lol. It works.
I am Nugek of the Paragon of Charity. I was too late. You must have suffered so, you poor thing. Oh, I wish I could do it all over again. Once again, from the beginning. Every time I step onto the battlefield, I am filled with nothing but
He is so sleepy. And he actually had an excuse for being late this time. Because he was busy killing Moko.
To battle!
And combat over.
It's the commander who can reverse time! He chased us all the way here?
Does that mean Moko's been?
The commander who wounded Yosomi killed Moko.
Let us slay this accursed
Yeah, I didn't think
commander
Moko would make it.
to avenge our fallen Lady Moko and appease her spirit.
Wow! Hate is in the air today, and I am all for it! This is my specialty! A show especially for you! Hi-ya! Here I go!
The school's crumbling.
When did they breach the walls?
Take a chill pill, everyone. It's all just an illusion.
What? That's a shame. I feel a lot chiller when I'm surrounded by death and destruction.
That's weird. She doesn't usually do this illusion. Does that mean in the other route it wasn't actually destroyed? It was just an illusion? But that doesn't explain the wall of fire being gone.
Most of the illusions can't harm us, so just ignore them and focus on taking out New Gang first.
So why the illusion this time? I don't get it. Nope, nope, nope.
The school is back to normal. The illusion was gone, which meant we defeated the enemies for good this time. Those tricky commanders.
The enemy commanders have been put to rest.
Moko, we've avenged your death.
New Gang is finally defeated.
I can't give the name New Gank. Oh shit, I forgot to pause it. Oops.
We couldn't have taken out two commanders at once if Moko hadn't sacrificed herself. She deserves full credit for this. Unfortunately, our rejoicing was soon cut short.
Well done taking out those formidable enemies, my Special Defense Unit hunters. I praise you for distinguishing
Are you gonna
yourselves
kill
in
steal
battle.
us again?
The sponsors suddenly appeared out of thin air, dampen our celebratory mood.
Allow me to process the commanders that you've defeated. Every last drop of cryptoglobin shall be drained and concentrated.
They signaled towards the sky in the very next moment. The swarm of beasts that had been hovering above us made a beeline for the fallen commanders.
Huh, good one.
They sucked them completely dry of Cryptoglobin.
As usual, the top 3 hunters on the leaderboard will receive a Cryptoglobin-filled syringe as reward. That means Darumi
Please don't gatekeep our kill things by.
and Ugamu. Be thankful.
The sponsor gave out Cryptoglobin vials to the top hunters like we'd anticipated. Now we could save Nozomi.
It's weird they're doing... It's... I don't know. It feels weird for them to needlessly step in instead of... And do that instead of just being like, okay, congrats. You 2 of them, top 2 can get it. There has to be some other thing at play. Like, I don't know, they're taking part of the Cryptoglobin, most of the Cryptoglobin, or something else, you know?
After the battle, we would rush back to Nozomi's room. Once there, we injected her with the commander's Cryptoglobin without delay. The concentrated blood of 2 commanders took effect immediately.
Look, everyone, Nozomi's regaining color in her face.
Her wounds are starting to scab over. I had no idea we could use concentrated Cryptoglobin and an Leptic too.
The deathly pale Nozomi slowly but surely became healthier right in front of our eyes.
It's very weird this rat has save point. Oh. Are we just skipping the rest of the day or did we lose our memory?
It's morning. My body still felt heavy on unrest because of yesterday's tumultuous activities. Nozomi was severely injured by a commander and Moko sacrificed herself to save her. One of the worst days of my life, the day that the fate of the Anti-Sponge Alliance took a turn for the worse. Moko. It was no time for me to grieve her death yesterday, so all that sadness I pushed down came bubbling to the surface this morning. I still couldn't believe how suddenly our mood maker had met her demise. Please let her be the last. I've had to endure an irrational amount of distressing situations for the last 48 days. I desperately hoped nothing bad would happen in the next 50. The moment I made that wish.
Oh no.
I could somehow feel in my bones this call was going to lead to trouble. But I also knew I couldn't ignore the bell no matter how much I wanted to. That's just what great team leaders do, right, Moko? Reluctantly, I got up and opened the door.
Takumi, I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but...
What now?
Nozomi's condition suddenly deteriorated this morning.
What? I thought she was doing better yesterday.
Her physical wounds have almost completely healed since we injected her with the concentrated Cryptoglobin. However, other symptoms have started showing up this morning. High fever, difficulty breathing, pale and clammy skin. All symptoms of an active viral infection, but I couldn't find any virus in her blood. I have no idea what's causing them.
Do you think she has the quantum bacteria? I mean, no, bacteria is different than virus. He said viral. What could be doing this then? The negative future force? Whatever that vague and haunting thing is.
High fever and difficulties breathing. The pieces immediately clicked into place in my head. It must be rejection symptoms.
Rejection? What are you talking about?
One is always different from us. I was left with no choice but to tell Yagami Nozomi's secret.
I get it now. Something like graft versus host disease then. Like Commander's blood we injected yesterday is starting to attack the host body.
Yeah, her body's incompatible with Cryptoglobin. I should have thought of that before we injected her with it yesterday.
But the other Cryptoglobin you gave her worked. And in the other timelines, the Cryptoglobin she's received from Commanders has worked.
No need to be so hard on yourself. It was the best choice out of a dearth of options. So how do we suppress these rejection symptoms?
What's needed to support critical rejection symptoms is more cryptoglobin.
In the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped.
We'll have to kill another commander and get her to absorb their cryptoglobin if we want to save Nozomi. There are only 2 commanders left. Where would we even find them? There's no time. We have to go out and look for them right now. My grandma fears about to fly out the room when.
But then we get 3. We had this. We had Yugamu's one. We had Takumi's one, and could we ask for Darumi's one if we've already used the other 2?
Wait, Takumi!
Yugamu pulled me back by the collar of my shirt and almost knocked the wind out of me.
There's no need to go out and send yourself into an untimely death, and we already have the commander right here with us.
Eva. Chat, would you sacrifice Eva for Nozomi? We made Shoma a promise would look after Eva. And we made Moko a promise that would look after Nozomi. Nah, hell no. I feel like you guys are a bit too mean to Nozomi. Like, I've made she's not my favorite, but like, she's still a very kind and considerate person. Like, I need to make this very clear. I don't dislike her. I still like her more than several people on our team. You guys are like, any chance to kill her? Hell, Jason, you're literally upset when she lives at the cost of nothing.
We do?
Yes, I'm extremely pliant and well behaved, unlike the other commanders.
I'm neutral on Nozomi. I like Nozomi. I just think she's one of the more boring characters. And that we've repeated the same beats with her a bit much. But like, she is a good character. She's kind, she's funny sometimes. And most importantly, I want her to live. I'm not a terrible person. I want everyone to live. Especially when they can. The question is, do I want her or Ava, who actively killed people? She actively killed everyone in the last route. Like, I'm more willing to kill Eva right now.
I have a feeling she may even offer her blood without a fight, sparing us the need to kill her.
Huh? A commander like that doesn't exist. I suddenly realized who he was talking about.
Maybe it's me on the problem, built like Darumi of wanting a killing game.
He was right. We did have a commander right here with us. In a courtyard prison cell. Even maybe will share some of her blood with us.
She has to say no, because that's massively against her religion. I am absolutely not giving anyone my blood.
Despite explaining the situation to Ava and asking her to share some blood with us, I was coldly rejected. Please, we really need your blood to save Nozomi.
Have you not been listening to a word I said? The god we worship prohibits the consumption of divine blood. I would no longer be a servant of God if I violated this commandment.
I did in fact vaguely recall her saying something like that.
The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments.
It's just this once. Surely your god wouldn't get that angry.
Don't be stupid. Once is all that's needed. There are no second chances. This is what faith means.
Seemed like it would be impossible to convince the devout Ava to break her faith unless... Ava, if you agree to give us some of your blood, I'll give you the key to your prison cell.
Dot. 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 Explanation mark. I just want Kirsty to live. You hate this shit that she's raised the red flag of actively already trying to sacrifice herself for Moko and willing to sacrifice herself for us. This is the new gag. This is the new gag. And it's only funny for this route because the moment a different writer takes over the next route, this gag will no longer be a thing. It's a limited time, chat. You gotta get in on it. Spam that ... exclamation mark.
You said you have a daughter, right? Your name's Commune or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Commune again.
I can't believe you're trying to exploit my love and my daughter for your own benefit. You disappoint me.
I'm in no position to be picky about my methods. I need your blood to save Nozomi. So please, Ava, please save my friend.
Say the line, chat. Say the line. You'll get timed out. Like, there is a 30-second can't repeat the message, but...
Ava lowered her eyes as an agonized look spread over her face, like she was trying to process a difficult thought.
Very well. You can have some of my blood.
Ava...
But I can't be the one to hand it over. You'll have to take it from me yourself. I was pinned down and forced to give some of my blood after putting up a valiant fight. Would that be the official story?
Yeah, let's go with that. It was probably the best compromise she could make based on Ava's faith. We'd have to bring Nozomi here for that scenario to work.
Is it even possible to only take part of their blood? Every time we've never tried to only slightly take someone's blood.
I quickly went back to Nozomi's room and brought her here to the cage with help from Yugamu and the others. Can you walk, Nozomi?
Where's Moko? I must save her.
Nozomi was delirious from her fever. She was still living through the battle on that day, still trying to save her friend.
Thanks for agreeing to help, Ava. Now Nozomi will have a fighting chance thanks to you.
Dispense with the formalities and move her inside the cage quickly.
When we went into the cage, Ava took off the suit she was usually clad in. She exposed her neck, probably make it easy for Nozomi to suck her blood.
Does anyone have a blade to cut my neck with?
At that, Yugamu took out his knife and made a thin cut on Ava's neck with it. Blood started trickling from the wound. Nozomi, here, bite on Ava's neck. You'll feel better after drinking her blood.
Isn't there that one route where she wants to eat Takumi?
We pushed Nozomi closer to Ava and positioned her, lips near Ava's neck. And then...
Ava's blushing. Another Yuri option has appeared in this route. And yeah, that's a lot more gory than I thought. The vividness of that red meat, it's quite gross. Also, ... exclamation mark. You know. Whoa, what is that? Wasteland? I don't think this is allowed on Twitch. I don't. Okay, let's move on. We did not hear this. That's the cover story. I accidentally skipped through this scene. Did not exist. And clip, you have no evidence.
Nozomi bit on Ava's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. She might have instinctively felt she would get better by drinking this blood.
This is actually sending shivers down my spine.
She's drinking too much.
Nozomi was so focused on drinking up the blood, she literally latched herself onto Ava's neck. As soon as she said that,
Mom, I'm sorry.
she blurted out something completely unexpected.
I'm sorry for falling sick so easily. Don't worry though. I can still go on.
Huh? Is Nozomi delusional, or are we about to get some crazy lore?
I'll help you and make sure your experiment goes well. So, it's okay. I can handle the injections. Even if I'm not feeling well, let me help, Mom. I'll be useful. So, please, don't die!
Nozomi?
Absorbing Ava's blood may have overstimulated her, and she was clearly confused. She seemed to have mistaken Ava for her mother, and kept crying and pleading for her not to die. She was likely remembering now that her mother had killed herself after her cryptoglobin project was shut down.
You're being experimented on by your own mother? No! Do not agree to it! You'll just end up hurting yourself!
Ava was making desperate attempts to warn the tearful Nozomi, frantically telling her not to go along with the experiments. ... exclamation mark. It almost seemed like she was talking directly to Nozomi in the past. Could it be that Ava was seeing into her memories?
No! Mom! Don't go! Don't leave me! She's no mother to you. No daughter should be expected to make sacrifices for her mother.
Nozomi and Alva held each other tightly and cried loudly, until suddenly, they both fell unconscious at the same time.
Is Ava her mum? I mean... Ava has adopted her niece after her sister died, and Nozomi's mum died, and we don't know what happened to her. I don't know what's happening, but it is possible that some other universe, some simulation, something... We know the name of Ava's daughter, and it's not Nozomi or Karua, but a third option is potentially possible. And yeah, I'm reading the blue lines, the sand. Also, Citrus, did you actually clip it? Because that would be cool. It'd be cool if you made clips, you know? You said you'd clip it. That would be a very funny clip to post to YouTube. I think this is the blood. It's common in vampire stories, the blood unifying their thoughts. I've never seen that trope before. Ava makes a fairly good point though. Nozomi's mum was not a good mum for experimenting on her. She steals for the sake of saving the world, but if Ava is actually seeing the thoughts and she's like, that's messed up, maybe it's not so black and white as we thought. Also, I'm really, the fact that it just goes black there has me very, The fact that we know that Takumi is missing memories, I'm incredibly skeptical, since it's just saying that, like, it just fades to black and it's the next day. I'm very skeptical of that. But yeah, is this on? This is me. This of.
The next morning, I immediately headed to the courtyard as soon as I woke up. Nozomi was resting in her room while I was concerned about her. She was being tended to by Tsubasa and Kyoshika. Ava, on the other hand, was alone in her cage. As her caretaker, it was my duty to look after her. Morning, Ava. How are you feeling?
Like absolute crap. That's how much blood do you think I lost yesterday?
One glance and I could tell Ava was borderline anemic. Maybe I should bring her some iron supplements later.
My dear Nozomi drank me like a pack of fruit juice. I'll have to lecture her about table manners later.
Huh? Ava's affectionate tone of voice was throwing me a little off kilter. Ava, did you just call her my dear Nozomi?
I did. What's wrong with that?
I'm not trying to say it's wrong.
Don't you give pet names to your relatives? That's how we do things around here, at least.
What? When did Nozomi become your relative?
What do you mean? She consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now.
Well, some people would see things that way, I suppose. This had to be some sort of cultural gap.
I would really appreciate... He won't, because Takumi's an idiot. I would really appreciate if he actually asked her if that's what she meant.
Wait, school invaders have culture?
Takumi, I relived Nozomi's life yesterday. I saw everything seen of Nozomi's past in vivid detail, as if I was there.
I thought it might have been something like that. Directly consuming Ava's blood briefly connected Nozomi's mind with hers.
I could not believe what I saw in her memories. She was experimented on by her very own mother.
Nozomi did tell me about that herself. Her mother had been researching cryptoglobin and she experimented on Nozomi.
Okay, here's something I want to know. Did Ava see Takumi in her memories? Nozomi's death in Route 1, Route 0. She remembered him. Is Ava able to remember him from this? There was so much fear and pain and agony. Why wouldn't there be? They were basically injecting divine blood into the body of a still-growing child. It was cruel, downright cruel.
What mother in her right mind would do such a thing to her own flesh and blood?
Ava punched the floor of the cage in genuine anger.
But Nozomi didn't hate her mother despite what had been done to her. In fact, she blamed herself for not being useful enough. Even though she did nothing wrong at all, such a meek and obedient girl she was. She loved her mother so much, and what did that ungrateful woman do? Instead of reciprocating Nozomi's love, she went and hanged herself. Her mother hanged herself.
Her mother hanged herself, huh? The person who discovered her dead body was probably...
Foolish woman. So what if your project failed? You had a daughter who loved you so much. What else did you need? How does she know this? We never told Ava about Nozomi's secret. Because she saw all of Nozomi's memories. Of course she knows. She's...
Yeah, she was a fool.
Children are innocent creatures full of unconditional love for their parents. And Nozomi still loves her mother, even if that love will never be reciprocated. If she were my dear daughter, I would protect her with my life.
Just then.
I wonder if Nozomi is gonna feel equal and opposite reactions. Good morning, Ava and Takumi.
Nozomi, you're feeling better already.
Yeah, I've made a complete recovery thanks to Ava's blood. Ava, I'm here to thank you for saving my life. I don't remember the details, but I heard I drank a lot of your blood. Sorry about all the stress I put you through. You're looking kind of pale. Is it because of what I did? I didn't give you my blood because I want to save you. I did it for myself. Still, I'm thankful and I'll definitely repay you. You protected me and now it's my turn to protect you. This time...
Nozomi?
I'll protect you.
Mommy?
How much of this do you think is weird Crypto Globin related magical brainwashing, and how much of this do you think is just a child who needs a therapist? Because I'm thinking this is probably like 30-70. Mommy. Oh, sorry. That was a mistake.
It didn't seem like a simple case of mistaken identity to me. Could it be that, just like how Ava felt empathy for Nozomi, Nozomi was feeling empathy for Ava as well?
Takumi, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Ava's caretaker from now on. Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health. Now Nozomi just got issues.
That's nice of you to offer, but Ava's leaving today. That was the condition for giving you blood.
About that, actually, I've decided to stay for a little while longer. It's too dangerous for me to be wandering around outside when I'm not in top condition. I'll care for you until you get better. I can whip up a pretty nutritious porridge dish. That's settled then. Takumi, I'll take the key.
Hey, wait! Nozomi snatched the key to the hut out of my hands and clutched it tightly with a smile on her face.
You can count on me. I know exactly what a recovering patient needs. I'm a veteran at this frail and sickly thing after all. Uh-oh. Do you think Nozomi's gonna betray us?
Nozomi's excitement will somehow make me feel all the more uneasy about the situation. I could only hope that what she felt for Ava was purely gratitude and nothing more.
Day 50. Wait. No, I thought we missed today. Even so, that feels like a good place to end it. I have a whole new set of worries that I never thought I would have. We're also getting lore on things that I did not think I would have. I genuinely do not know if this is going to be an overall good thing for Nozomi or an overall bad thing for Nozomi. I have no idea what's going to happen with that. As well as so much is happening on this route. It's crazy. If you like what you saw on YouTube, then please subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Later.